And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. It's Going Rogue on Wednesday night, and ETEP can't find the intro. Nope, there it is.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look, and you'll see into your imagination. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world? There's nothing to it. We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation. What we'll see will defy explanation. If you wanna view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Wanna change the world?
The People's Champion, ETEP Wakuian. Watch out for the medallions. My diamonds are reckless. It feels like a midget is hanging from my necklace.
We'll begin with a spin, traveling in the world of our creation.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from an undisclosed location in my office in front of a green screen, it is I, it is he, it is me, P-double-D, ETEP Wakuian from the Place to Be Reviews, right here with all of yous, Wednesday, Going Rogue, my Rogue Entertainment Show, episode number 30. Woo, we got a good panel tonight. We got a great chat already going, and we got some great topics to talk to you about. But first, let me bring in my man, my brother, my co-host with the most. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call him the Gambler. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Tony Tone Deaf.
It's the world's wokest warrior, primitive-sided, toxic fanboy, aligned with the like-minded. Tony Tone Deaf, rocking with you. We're going in Rogue, the Place to Be Reviews. What's up, everybody out there in the chat? Looking forward to a great show. We've got a great panel, and yeah, let's get this hump day going. Yeah. Yup. And it seems like maybe ETEP isn't here.
I'm muted. There we go. Okay. So I have, before I mess up any further and the edibles kick in, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me play this for you because we've got a returning guest. We've got a debuting guest tonight, but I'm just going to play the clip. He is the man, the Stormin' Mormon, Nerdy Blurb TV.
What is going on, everybody? Good to be back. Sorry to make everybody wait. I was on hold with Lowe's Home Improvement. Not Tim Allen.
It probably would have been more fun if it was Tim Allen, but welcome back, brother. It is great to have you here. And we've got a big debut tonight. We got another huge guest. Let me bring him on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, making his debut, Trinity from 2nd Street Marvel.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it. Hope we have a good time tonight. I'm sure it'll be fun, just from what I've seen here on the show before.
All right, man. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Absolutely, man. It's great to have you and Blurb here. And yeah, let's see. So we've got the intros out of the way now. Wednesday night. I don't know if I know Blurb's familiar with it. Trinity, I don't know if you are. We do a little segment on Wednesday nights called Holy Shit News. Now, these stories are usually little off the beaten path from what we cover, but they're always fun because they're from the Smoking Gun, and a lot of them are from Florida, which is, we know that's always entertaining. And nothing against Florida, trust me, because I live in Michigan, and I'm very envious of your weather most of the time. Not the natural disasters or the things that can kill you that are smaller than a dime, but And I'm not just talking about the little people on the corner
keep
hustling.
digging yourself deeper, man.
I used to do a segment on my radio show called People from Florida Are Just Kind of Dumb. I really did back in the day. Our program director is like, maybe you should stop targeting Florida. I'm like, well, maybe every story on the Smoking Gun shouldn't be from Florida then. I'm looking at you, Pinellas County. But let's do it. Holy shit news. Here we go.
Holy shit!
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I don't know. Were you thinking, holy shit, a swordfish almost went through my head?
Holy shit! Holy shit!
And all the assholes want us to shit all over everything.
Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, our first holy shit news story of the evening. Couple arrested for mutual pasta battery. Cops, combatants found covered in spaghetti. I mean, I've been to bars where it's like you voluntarily get covered in spaghetti, but I mean, that's because you get in a kiddie pool and wrestle with some chick in a bikini. But I mean, hey, it happens. I've never been incarcerated for getting into a fight and being covered in spaghetti. Like, no domestic violence charges for spaghetti fights here. But let's look into this and see exactly what happened. Okay. Is this like dollar store Batista? Like after the meth?
I think I know that guy.
I was gonna say.
Oh no! He looks like John Luke. What was the guy's name in Rene? He's a French actor. Shit, he was like protecting this little girl. It was like an assassin movie.
The Professional, Leon.
Yes, that's who it kind of looks like. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, it's either a scrawny Batista or it's the guy from The Professional. That's it. August 2nd. Police responding to a 1 a.m. domestic disturbance around a Florida couple covered in spaghetti. Following a physical confrontation that resulted in the pair's arrest on domestic battery charges, records show. According to police, Stephanie Lanas, 45, and her boyfriend Adolfo Rivera, 35, were eating dinner early Friday morning in their Clearwater home when a verbal argument turned violent. During the physical confrontation, police alleged Lanas and Rivera each shoved a plate of spaghetti in each other's face. When a Clearwater Police Department cop arrived at the residence, the duo was still covered in spaghetti upon the officer's arrival. So they were okay. So 1 a.m. 1 a.m. You're like, let's have spaghetti, and like a couple minutes later, next thing you know, you're whapping each other in the face with plates of pasta. I just hope they didn't have light colored carpeting or a sofa or something like that. I mean.
I'm not
Club
gonna
soda.
make anybody's what anybody wants to do for foreplay. I'm not gonna shame them for that.
Right? We don't kink shame here generally unless you're a furry, and then all bets are off. Furries are fair game. But this is interesting. So let's go down here. Here we go. Of course, the mutual combat, for which alcohol was a factor, led to Lanas and Rivera each being arrested for domestic battery. They were booked into county jail and released the following day on their own recognizance. Both Lanas and Rivera, pictured above, have pleaded not guilty to the misdemeanor count. A judge has allowed them to have contact while the case proceeds. Lanas was arrested in October 2020 for allegedly stabbing Rivera in the arm with a knife during a drunken confrontation. Prosecutors subsequently declined to pursue a felony aggravated battery case against Lanas, whose rap sheet includes multiple pop-up ads and convictions for narcotics possession. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, and we're not talking a little bit of Mary Jane's flower here. I'm guessing. I'm thinking this is some Walter White or something along those lines. The other guy looks fairly normal. She just looks like she's like, yeah, she's strung out. This guy's like, look, man, he probably got fed up with her. She was strung out, got pissed.
I don't know. Maybe that's
like,
supposed to be her. Is that her with the beard? Maybe it's a lot weirder than we think.
I mean, is she on the East German women's Olympic team? I mean, my name's Stephanie. Whoa, settle down, ma'am. No, so this is Florida. Good way to start out with Florida. Let me acknowledge the chat here. Hail superfan Adam Shawhan. Lola meets the best avatars on YouTube. Yes, indeed. Every time. Nano Reaper. He's talking about dogs. 1 Spanish Mastiff, 2 Rhodesian Ridgebacks. Those dogs are awesome. 1 Cane Corso, 4 Kangles, a full-size... Jesus. But you got to remember the Frank and the Shawhan Wiener dog clan, they're rolling like 18, 19 deep over there. There are 19 Wiener dogs watching this stream right now, and I'm not joking about that. Hello to FU Fun University. Who else we got? Keely Chow, Angelus Draven's in the house. Thank you all. Qui-Gon Gimli. She looks like Tila with the totally...
I was gonna say she looks like someone in the face. I want to keep saying that's like Linda Hamilton and somebody had a love child, but I don't know who.
Look at this one, Glinzer. Thought that was Enzo and Big Cass for a second.
Looks like a skinny Goldberg from Mighty Ducks.
Have you seen him? Holy hell!
Yeah.
Meth is a hell of a drug. Damn. He got strong. Oh, he looks terrible. But yeah, I'm waiting for. She's got the gift of jab and the gift of stab. Apparently, and it's straight stack panel tonight. Absolutely, it is. Ask the Cheese Gaming. What's up, brother? Hale, haven't seen you around in a minute. Thank you for joining us. Let's bounce over here to the next story, though. I don't know how we're gonna top that. Well, actually, I do. Because nothing can beat a couple getting into a domestic disturbance. That's the wrong button. Over a plate of spaghetti and probably some non-shared methamphetamines, I would venture a guess to say, than a case of a 76-year-old man with home castration. Man, 76, cops plea for home castration. Perp once did surgery in room at a La Quinta Inn.
There's so many things about that sentence that are wrong.
I don't even know where to go with that one. I mean, oh, wow. Jesus. Let's see here. So July 29th. Oh, my God.
Wow. That's blood.
Oh.
That's too much blood to be having around another regions.
I'm just like not sitting well in my seat right now, just looking at that picture.
He's got Clorox wipes.
I mean, just what about the last thing they're worried about in that scene right there is the coof. I mean, July 29th, a Florida man, of course, Florida man. An elderly Florida man today copped a plea to felony charges in connection with his bloody botched castration of a man he met on a eunuch website. Okay, we're done here.
I thought you said kinks were okay. We're not going to make fun of any kinks. Grace, help. A crime for which he will be sentenced to 3 years in prison. He ain't gonna make it that long. During a circuit court hearing this afternoon, Gary Van Ryswick, 76, pled no contest to unlicensed practice of healthcare profession, resulting in serious bodily injury. He entered a similar plea to a second lesser felony charge. A plea agreement signed by Van Ryswick and his lawyer indicates that the septuagenarian fetishist will be sentenced later this year to 3 years in state prison. The top count to which Van Ryswick pleaded carries a maximum 15-year term of incarceration. That's shooting for some lofty goals right there. Since Van Ryswick will be credited for the time he spent in county before making bond in November 2020, he will likely serve around 2 years in state custody.
This is something you go down for in your like 30s or 40s. Dude is 76 years old and gets popped for unlicensed surgery. Like most people are eating fucking pudding or something. Like, what the fuck?
You could have been grabbing.
This is how supervillains are created.
He could have been grabbing nurses' asses, and this dude is out castrating other dudes in hotel room. Met him on a eunuch website. Seemed like a nice fella. Thought I'd let him cut my shit off in a hotel room in La Quinta.
At least you splurged and it's not Super 8. Like, what the fuck?
It's like that. What is that one in Detroit, the Tel 96 Inn, where they found all them dead hookers? That was on. I think that wasn't on Warren Avenue. But my dad was a cop when that happened. He was telling me about that, and it was fucked up too because and I've done a lot, and my wife did a lot of research in her master's on like serial killers and stuff because she's like she's like behavioral therapy and stuff like that. And this dude was one of the only black serial killers in Detroit and like nationally, like one of the only ones like in like so many years because it's all white dudes are serial. That's the way it goes. So treat your postmen nice.
I'm just sad to hear
the postal
Detroit
employees
has hookers.
Oh, you go to a Lions game or a Tiger game and come out late and you'll see them. You'll see them. They're down there. They creep out. They hear keys jingling. It's like they come out from under rocks and shit. It's funny. It's better than that them people they caught on camera from that bar. They caught them on surveillance camera in the parking lot. This is back in November, like 2014. It was all over the news in Michigan. That caught these two. This dude was on his knees eating his chick's rear end in the parking lot, like right after a game. It was like I made a meme out of it. I took the surveillance cam photo. It was like came to Detroit for a game, stayed for a tossed salad.
Yo.
It's horrible. Wow. Detroit's a dirty city in more than one way. I think he did it. Just because he wanted the lady to buy him a craft beer. I think that was the deal. He must. I'm just saying. Worse things have happened. Worse things have happened in Detroit. A detailed. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
No, just what was this guy doing for like the 76 years before this?
How many castrations in La Quinta Inn did he do before this one?
Yeah.
How many times did it take him to get caught? Is my question.
Why does he look like Harvey Keitel?
He's the wolf. He's the wolf.
His hands got to be a little shaky at 76. Like, did the guy even consider that? Did he check his hands? Like,
I would venture a guess to say, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to cast aspersions on their eunuch relationship, but a detailed account of the at-home castration Van Ryswick performed in August 2019. Jesus, this happened a couple years ago. All right. On the victim is 55, now contained in the prosecution's case file, which is provided to the Smoking Gun in response to an open records request. Like, can you imagine having this? Like, hey, kids, we're not going to see Pop for a while. What happened, Grandma? Well, Pop decided to take up in a hotel room with a younger man and cut his junk off. So we won't be seeing Pop for a little while, kids.
No Pop for Pop.
Look at Glinzer. He looks like Greg Popovich. Are the Spurs doing that bad?
He does.
I can't unsee that now.
That's hilarious.
Wait, is Parrot Head, if you're in the chat, I want a Greg Popovich meme of this. Take this. Parrot Head sends me more memes, I swear to God. Meme this, make this man Greg Popovich. Do it. Police discovered Van Ryswick's amateur surgery setup after a 911 hang-up call.
Got it from a smoke shop. Just an amateur surgery kit right next to the glass pipes.
Yeah, I'll take. Let me get that blue bowl right there, and the amateur surgery kit, and
a ninja star. Yeah,
it's the episode of South Park Was that? I can't even remember the song. All I remember was something "Protect My Balls." Let's fighting love. That fucking the Fun with Weapons episode where Butters gets the throwing star in his head. Yeah, I'll take that throwing star. Let's see. So there was a hang up traced to his home in Sebring, a central Florida city. Upon arriving at the 3-bedroom, we gotta start sending Cody to interview these people. Tony. Cody, this could be like for his Pursuing Paranormal channel. He can interview insane Florida people.
Better wear a cup.
We could turn him into our own like Eddie Brock. We could send him to prison to sit down and interview him and hope the guy doesn't try to like castrate him through the bars. Just like he formed a shank out of a toothbrush. He's trying to castrate people in prison. No, I'm good at it. Ask the guy in La Quinta. Upon arriving at the 3-bedroom residence, cops were met at the door by Van Ryswick, who had explained that he had just performed a castration inside the 1,344 square foot property. The patient was in a rear bedroom where he was bleeding uncontrollably and holding a bloody towel to his groin region. Please
What
notice.
did you think was gonna happen?
Well, wait. Let's give him some credit. Maybe this isn't his first castration in a hotel. Keep reading the article.
Holding a bloody towel. to his-
Hold on, look in those eyes. This wasn't his first castration. Jesus.
His nose looks like it's ready to pop.
He's not even sorry. Like,
Fish.
The man had driven about 100 miles to Van Ryswick's home from St.
Oh my
Petersburg,
gosh.
where he lived and worked. So you had a 100-mile drive to sit there and think about this. Like, you took all that time driving to this guy's house, and you were like, you got there and like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get it on, baby.
What do you listen to on a drive that long? Do you listen to a podcast? Do you listen to Gary Vee? You listen to Drowning Pool? What are you listening to hype yourself up?
Just call me Angel in the morning. I have no idea.
maybe he catfished the victim and told him he was Max von Sydow.
Gary Vee type motivation to get ready for that shit. So yeah,
Yes.
it might be Gary Vee.
100 miles. That's a Gary Vee podcast and 7 habits of highly effective people right there.
Oh, here we go.
DMT and listening to Joe Rogan.
Glinzer, Brian Adams cuts like a knife over and over.
I was just listening to that.
Dude, if you clip some nuts, bring a hot poker and cauterize it. Although from working with livestock, the rubber band method works better.
Just pack some fucking sea salt on it. Get back on the road. So
I gotta
long
go,
drive
man.
home.
I gotta go. I'm bleeding out here. Let's see.
What
The
does
man's
victim? What does the victim tell his family? Like, why are you in the hospital? I drove across state to get my cock chopped off. You know,
hey, honey, remember that dream I had? Oh, the one about when you were a meatball in a plate of spaghetti getting smashed in somebody's face in Florida that was high in meth? No. The one where I drove across the state of Florida and this guy cut my dick off. Remember that one? No? Well, funny story. Like, Jesus. The man's testicles removed during the procedure that took several hours. Oh, stop moving. We're in a pink container atop a bedside table in a makeshift operating room. Blood was all over the bedroom floor and on the plastic sheet covering the bed. Well, at least he covered it, didn't get the bedding dirty. The plastic.
several hours. Like, was he using fingernail clippers?
Oh. Stop it.
Like, you think that would be kind of quick? Yeah.
A plastic garbage can was overflowing with blood-soaked gauze. Atop a dresser was an assortment of surgical sutures, bandages, and disinfectant wipes, peroxide, topical antiseptics, and a container of hemostatic powder used to treat minor cuts and wounds suffered by cats and dogs.
No.
Elsewhere in the room was a Nikon on a tripod Van Ryswick used to record the castration. He planned to upload the video post-op.
Live stream.
Did I get demonetized for that?
Fucking super chats rolling in, man.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta stop. Hold this right there. Clamp down on it. I gotta answer these super chats. They're piling up.
The things people do to get to 1,000 subs.
If if you guys get me to 1,000 subs, I'll make this motherfucker a eunuch. I'll do it right here in my bedroom. I swear to God. Oh, I hope Susan's not listening to this stream. Let's see. Also, scalpels, clamps, hypodermic needles, forceps. Cops confiscated a surgical stapler, rubber tourniquets, a soldering iron, and an assortment of skinning and fillet knives. Whoa!
Hold on, stop. You might be YouTube might be thinking that you're teaching people how to do this.
This is an okay.
Mark,
so
this is educational.
yeah, I need to mark this as educational. Susan, listen, Susan, listen. I know you and your jabronis are listening. You guys hate me. You take my likes away and all that. I'm merely describing something that another insane person did. You know, kind of like taking people's watch hours away for no reason. Go ahead, I'll wait. And why'd you demonetize fanzine? There, I got that in there.
And just to get the hurdle out of the way, for everyone listening, talk to your doctor before chopping your cock off.
Yeah, that's all you have to do
And
to
your
like,
therapist, and your
yeah,
God.
you know. And yeah, whatever deity it is that you so choose to give your reverence to, please consult them along with a physician and a myriad of other professionals. Asked by a detective about his extensive surgical tool collection, Van Ryswick answered, "I kind of like medical stuff." When the cop asked, "Is that another fetish for you or what?" Van Ryswick replied, I suppose you might call them a fetish. I'm kind of a prepper type, you know." No, not all. Wait a minute. Okay, I know some preppers.
Surgery, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I mean, it depends what you're prepping for. Like, I mean, are you trying to wear this dude's skin as a suit, or
You don't want
I
your
mean,
balls sticking to your leg during the apocalypse.
I guess it'll be much more easy to run if you're a eunuch. You know, when zombies are chasing you. I just started watching The Strain today, so that's like fresh in my mind. Let's see. So Van Ryswick and the victim told police they met on a UK-based eunuch maker website. The victim said Van Ryswick once told him he had performed 25 castrations, but later said he had only done it about 4 times. Like, how do you forget one? Oh yeah, you know, I slipped my mind. I met this guy at a Burger King. We went in the bathroom and I chopped the shit off real quick, and I never saw him again. I don't know what happened. Seemed like a nice enough guy. The man who described the castration as a consensual encounter, initially told the cops that he did not want to pursue charges against Van Ryswick. Questioned about his prior experience, Van Ryswick told police that he had done 2 other castrations, one of which he performed on himself without the aid of painkillers. Van Ryswick said he removed his right testicle in 20. Okay, how do you know which one's the right and left? I mean. Van Ryswick, who grew up on a farm in Minnesota, said he had castrated some bulls and had experience hunting and skinning. So, Jesus Christ, it's Ed Gein. It is Ed fucking Gein reincarnated. I would check on.
Look, all I have to say is that castrating yourself shows confidence that you can castrate other people.
Right? It's like fixing your own car. It's like, I fix my car, I can fix your car. All right, look, I chop my. You can have all of this. All it is. What? There's nothing there.
And you look like Popovich.
Are you going to do it, or do you want me to do it for you?
That's a good point. If I wanted my nuts chopped, I'd want somebody else to do it, because I feel like I would, like, at the last moment, I'd flinch and I'd like break a femur or something.
Right? Hail Tim's Talk. How you doing? You came in right in the middle of a discussion about self-castration done by a Florida man. Let's see. By the time he commenced his 3rd castration, Van Ryswick's eyesight was fading. Nice. His hearing was also diminished, which he said he dated back to his army service in Vietnam, where he suffered artillery ears. Oy vey. Van Ryswick's tentative manner was immediately apparent to the victim. When a detective asked if there was a point during the castration he wondered whether Van Ryswick knew what he was doing, the man said, "Yeah, like right away." He added he was constantly fumbling and dropping stuff. And this didn't set off any bells or alarms in your head to where you might, hey, this might not be a good idea. Huh?
Dude, when you got goals, you got goals.
Nobody's standing in your way.
Right?
Exactly.
Lots of men in Hollywood castrated themselves years ago.
And for what it's worth, now that we know he was in Vietnam, Fortunate Son was playing. through all like 4 hours of the operation.
Listen to this. Following his arrest, Van Ryswyk insisted to police that besides removing his own testicle, he had only performed one other castration. The patient was a Florida man named Scott who used the online chat handle Wannabe Dickless. Oh, a police search of Van Ryswyk's computer equipment turned up a file labeled Scott that contained an image of a person wearing surgical gloves holding up a testicle. The photo was captioned Scott's right nut. Oh my God.
They asked the victim why he wanted to be dickless, and it was because his Asian wife left him.
Tony, you son of a bitch, Tony, how dare you talk about me, you son of a... All right, I'm gonna stop and go down that rabbit hole. All right, let's see. We got two more, but they're not stories; they're just pictures. So we'll make short work of these.
Not on the
Shouldn't
same.
talk about Mel Gibson.
They're not pictures about the last article, are they?
No, thank God, no. I'm not even monetized.
Pictures that were shown were way too much for me anyway.
Hey, Greg Levitri, what's up, brother? Creator of the book Gun Demon, Greg Levitri. You can check that out on Indiegogo. Tony, can you grab a link to that from Indiegogo for me and drop it in the chat, please, sir? Or anybody in the chat that's wrenched mod, if you could grab that off Indiegogo for me, I would appreciate that. Let me pull this up. Now, this is bad wig files. Now, given that there's two of us on the panel that could like pretty much have any hairstyle we wanted because we've got a nice even playing field here. So here is our first bad wig of the night. All right, mugshot of the week, fake hair division 2. 23-year-old woman seen here was photographed this week upon entry to a Michigan county jail. The whereabouts of her missing hair are unknown. She doesn't look happy. She does not look happy. It's like she knows right now that somewhere somebody on an internet talk show is roasting her for having she's ladies and gentlemen, she's unbelievable. She is unbelievable. And we're gonna start a GoFundMe for some Gorilla Glue and some tracks. We need to get this young lady her hair back. But yeah, this is number one. Number two is equally as fun. Let's see. Let's get this one here now. This is fake hair division, part 2, mugshot of the week, and this is our last part of holy shit news for the night. And here we go. Let's scroll down here, get you out of here, and here it is right here.
They should have switched.
See,
They should have
right?
switched wigs.
It would have looked natural. Nobody would have known the difference.
Man.
There's the link to Gun Demon right there on Indiegogo. It's in the chat. She castrated her hair. Yep, this guy's got it. See, this is not a bad look. I mean, it just looks like he's going with that. He's trying to be like, I don't know, it's like almost like Owen Wilson-esque hair from like the late 90s.
I feel like it could work in Miami.
Yep. Oh yeah. This is definitely this guy. Yeah. Yep. This is a Miami look. Oh wait, Nano Reaper, how much blow was under that wig? Man, not too much. Just un poquito. Just a little bit. So that is holy shit news for the night, ladies and gents. Let me play us out on that, and I'll get our first topic queued up. And hey, guess what? I got some memes for you. It's not a commercial. Here's some memes. We'll be right back. We are back right here, bounding into comics, and we're going to talk a little bit about Space Jam. Warner Brothers tweets credit to 2D animators for work on Space Jam: A New Legacy. After omitting names from theatrical release, I want to go around and ask everybody: Did everybody see this? Has everybody seen this one yet, or not?
No.
No.
If you ask me in 3 years, it's the same thing. No.
The only reason I saw it is because Dion put it on in the damn hotel room, and he was like, "We're watching it." We were gonna make a drinking game of it. Like I said, everybody was gonna take a shot. Well, it was basically me, Dion, Kendo, and I think Nick was gone at the time, and Dion's wife and my old lady were there, and Kendo's girl, and it's like, we're gonna take a shot every time LeBron acts badly. Well, after about 5 minutes, it's like, okay, none of us are going to be awake in like an hour, so we can't. Okay, and on top of that, you didn't just have LeBron's acting, you had Sonequa Martin Green's charisma void, too. So I was like, holy hell. Like, and you know, this movie was like, the first, like, I saw Space Jam when it opened up in the theater. I was like 16 years old. I went to see it with my girlfriend, you know. It was fun. You know, it was a cool movie. It was like, you know, the Looney Tunes back then were, not to say that they're not relevant now, because I mean they're still relevant because they're beloved characters. But obviously Mel Blanc has since passed, and hearing different like voice actors do like Bugs and all, it took me out of it a little bit. The animation looked better in 2D than it did in 3D. Honestly, in this movie, it looked way better. They should have done it like that the whole time. It looked really freaking weird. I didn't dig it, but no, it just was a bad movie. It wasn't good. Don Cheadle was an AI who wanted to turn LeBron's son against him. He was mad because LeBron didn't like his program or something, and LeBron's kid was a computer whiz and didn't want to play basketball, and LeBron wanted to force him to play. That's the whole conflict, was like father versus. It was basically Star Wars but basketball. You know, it was horrible. It literally was freaking terrible, and I'm like, I don't even think my kid would like that. Like I like my 6-year-old, like, and he, you know, he's pretty much down for like the old stuff, like, you know, the old cartoons I watched as a kid. You know, he'll watch regular movies, but this, I don't even know if this would, like, if he asked, hey, can I watch it? I'd be like, yeah, but you know, I can't sit through this again. It hurts. It hurts.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, his kid is great at computers and wants to, you know, pursue a career in STEM and really go out and change the world and make it a better place. And LeBron's like, put the fucking ball in the hoop.
That's basically what he did. He was like,
That's
the kid,
awful.
The kid wanted to go to what is the big? Is it like E3? Is that like the big game thing? E3?
Yeah.
Okay, so he wanted to go to E3, and he was going to showcase his new game, and he was supposed to go to basketball camp at the same time, and that's where the conflict came in, and it was just like, and Don Cheadle like sucks him inside the AI, and then like LeBron, and like he takes, and like the basketball players he took, like, okay, so back in the day you had Jordan, Bird, was it Muggsy Bogues, and Patrick Ewing, I think it was, and was Larry I can't remember if it was Larry Johnson too, but. Jordan, obviously, but you know, this one you've got like Anthony Davis, Diana Taurasi, and I don't even remember who the hell else it was, because they were just like, who the hell are you again? You know,
Lillard was there.
Who was?
Damian Lillard was there from the Trailblazers.
That explains why I don't know who it is. I haven't watched an NBA game in like probably 7 years.
He's a legend around here because he's from Utah.
Okay.
He's from like my county. Went to the same school
right.
as us. So.
Okay. All right,
What up,
I've heard the name. I know I've heard the name, but I don't know I don't know much about the NBA anymore. I quit paying attention to it. What's that?
I don't watch foosball.
Yeah, see, I watch my Lions. I'm a masochist anyway, so that's why I'm a Detroit Lions fan. Hail Chris Wicks, man. Chris Wicks is in the house, our Australian brother. He says, yes, Larry Johnson and Sean Bradley was in it too. How they get that big-ass white gump in there? They snuck him in there. Hey, Sean Bradley, you want to be one? He was just, like, in the background. I don't even, Sean Bradley was, like, almost, like, Manute Bol size. And Bol was tall as fuck. Bradley got dunked on so hard by O'Neal, though. See, I do remember that because I used to play ball back in the day. And, yeah, when Shaq came, I remember him dunking all over Sean Bradley. It was like, Sean Bradley was, like, 7'7". I'm like, he's, like, 100 pounds, though. I'm like, Shaq's coming down the hoop. He's 7 foot, and he's 320 pounds, and he's athletic. I'm like, he was a freight train. But unlike LeBron James, who just is Flop Master 3000. Let's see here. Let's
Bro,
see.
do you
So-
know? Do you know Sean Bradley? You know he's the real Stormin' Mormon. That's his nickname.
Really?
Yeah,
I
Sean
did not know
Bradley's
that.
the OG Stormin' Mormon. And guess what? He
What?
lives just like down here, paralyzed. Did you know that?
No?
Yeah,
What
he got
happened?
hit. He got hit by a car when he was riding his bike, pinned in
Oh.
between two different cars. Happened just like 2 months ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
It's bullcrap.
That's
Because he's a really
terrible.
good guy. I've met him like twice.
That is terrible, man. That's
Yeah.
ugh. Well, damn.
Yeah. All right. I'm
Never
out of
known
here.
that.
We'll see you
That-
guys.
that-
Good to be
that-
here.
that's-
Good to bring the mood down.
That just Let's see. So, after failing to name them in the film's closing credits, Warner Brothers has finally credited the 2D animators who provided their talents to Space Jam: A New Legacy, albeit in a singular tweet made 2 weeks after its release. See, I like this style animation better. This I liked because
Right.
it took me back to being a kid again. You know, I'm like, I like that. You know, I mean, it's still okay. So it wasn't as bad with LeBron doing voice acting because it's like the cartoon can emote for him. Like the tone was still kind of meh, but a little bit better than him. Like the live action stuff was just like, oh my God, he's as bad an actor in Hollywood as he is on the court. I mean,
Yeah, I
My
remember
kids were
reading
watching
this.
it. My kids were watching it, and I heard his voice acting. I'm like, dude, that's just terrible.
I
No,
remember reading this. They didn't at first. They didn't credit the 2D animators. Is that what that is?
yeah, they didn't credit them at all.
I don't understand that because, like,
Huh.
in my personal opinion, like, I feel like it's already going to be said, but like, you got like 2D is what propped up this whole entire franchise to begin with, you know. So it's
Yep.
like, and I feel like I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of what 2D animated movies come out nowadays, and I can't think of any. When was the last 2D animated film that came out? If anybody in the chat
wouldn't
can
you
help us out.
credit animators on the movie anyway, you know, regardless of,
Right.
like, that's just awful. Like,
So it's
who
like-
made that decision?
But like, what's the mindset? Or do we just not like do we think that 2D is just lame now? Like, what is that? What is the industry saying about that? I don't understand that.
2D animation, in my opinion, it looks better, and not just from a nostalgia. It just looks better. It looks cleaner to me. I think the style is more. It looks better. It translates better to me. It's warmer. It's warmer looking. Like, okay, so take the old school like Mickey Mouse cartoons, like, because my kid watches like Mickey Mouse and shit like that on Disney Junior sometimes still, and like that 3D animation they use for that, it's weird. Like, it is freaking weird. I can't. I was like, I look at Mickey, I'm like, like what?
Yeah, it's freaking
you-
insane.
Yeah, I don't like the looks of it. It's just an odd look. Let's see what.
Yeah,
else
that
it says.
video that I sent you on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
of that girl Indiana Jones,
Yes.
video, that animation, 3D animation, drives me bonkers, and I don't understand. I feel like 3D animation now is like what they're trying to do with all these live action Lion King movies, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's why it doesn't work. It just feels like Lion King is too real, so it takes all the magic out of it. But then you're making
Yes.
animated movies so real that there's hardly any more magic into it anymore. Now we're pissed when animated movies look sucky, even though like the animation is probably amazing. But like we've been, I don't know, we evolved into these like millennial like judgmental everything now that because we're getting so many amazing like productions nowadays. I don't know. I feel like we need to take a step back. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's a discussion to be had. Because I was
Absolutely.
talking about this with somebody the other day. About it was in one of my comments was about all these movies nowadays. You know, like people were talking about everything's going to streaming now. They're going to streamline a lot of stuff, as far as like, you know, shows and everything for streaming, movies and everything, talking about the theater model going away. They're going to have cheaper productions and everything. And I'm like, oh, so they're basically going to go all digital backgrounds. You're going to have the actors basically LARPing over video games. And what fun is that? Like,
Right.
That's no fun. It's like we need practical sets, and they
Yes.
can add some CG and stuff in there, but you need practical shoots and all that stuff. Other than that, I mean, you're just looking to make something super cheap, low budget, and that's the problem with a lot of this stuff that's going on nowadays. And it's like, you know what? It's not even interesting. It's not even engaging.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
I'm
so
almost over it all at this point.
I was so disappointed in the Jungle Cruise. Like, I enjoyed the Jungle Cruise movie. I thought it
I
was
want to
just a fun
see that
time.
too.
I thought it was a fun time. I thought it was fun, but like they used zero practical effects in there, and that's the whole that's what the whole ride is based on is practical
Yeah.
effects. Like you missed an opportunity, and us as an audience love practical effects in our movies. That's why Force Awakens, as much as I hate that movie, it looked really, really good.
Yes. Yes.
And so that's why I was so torn when I walked out of the theater. I was like, it looked so good, but I hated it so much. So
Yeah, because it's a New Hope retread, but it's visually okay. So that is the one thing, and I will die on this hill for this. The one thing positive I can say about The Last Jedi is it's a beautiful movie. It is.
It was
It's
probably
visually
among the best in the decade.
it's visually stunning, but everything inside of it is just, meh, you know. But yeah, and talking about practical effects, and to kind of bring the Marvel into this, I was watching Michael Roman today, and he was talking about Gore the God Butcher, and it looks like they're using practical effects for Christian Bale in that, because he was showing set photos in his video today, and like Thor: Love and Thunder, I have really. My bar of anticipation is set very low for that because I didn't like Ragnarok.
Yeah, you don't. I swear he has to say that in almost every one of his.
I do.
streams.
I have to
He
preface
really
this by
does,
saying
dude.
I didn't like Ragnarok. I liked certain aspects. There's positives to be gleaned. I do like certain things, but overall, I was kind of like, you know. But this, I like that they're gonna use practical effects for Gore. But it was kind of weird because his face, he looks like Ebony Maw. So, except he's got like the tendrils coming out, and they showed like a side shot of Bale, and he didn't have anything over his face, and it was just his regular face. So I'm like, they have to be using, because there was no like, and as Michael pointed out in his video, there's no like the CGI spots and little things they put on. There was none
I'm
of those.
looking at it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean,
Like it was just painted.
Pirates
Yeah, yep.
of the Caribbean #2. What's the bad guy's name in that one? Gosh dang, Davy Jones.
Yep, Davy Jones.
That was
the squid
awesome
guy.
in its time, but like back to like what we were saying, like that kind of animation or CGI won't impress us anymore. So I feel like we
No.
have to take a step back. So it's good. I can't show you what I'm looking at, but if you look up Christian Bale, God Butcher, like there's stuff there, and it looks like it's practical. It looks pretty good.
Here, I'll pull it up.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna throw CGI around it to enhance it, but at least it's there, you know?
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
and that's it.
That looks
I'm
pretty cool.
happy with that. That they're gonna go with the practicals on that because it makes it better for the audience. To me it translates better because it's like all the capabilities they have. Let's see right here.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll go over here to the Is it the Illuminati? Yeah, here we go.
Kind of
right
got a
here.
Prometheus vibe to it.
Yeah, very. As long as it doesn't end up like that movie, I'll be all right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See.
There's
I
some
mean,
good ones further down, but
Is it okay?
but you guys get the point.
It does. It looks good.
So this is Love and Thunder. This is Taika, yeah?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
This is Thor. This is Kevin Thor. Love and Legumes. And I love. This is the thing is like I love Hemsworth as Thor. I really do. Like I he's like one of my like still like one of the characters I still have love for in the MCU. You know what I mean? Because he seems genuinely like a good guy. Like this is a guy that you could like chill, have a beer with. You know, he's a cool guy. We won't bring up Men in Black International at all. We won't bring that up at all. I skipped out on that one after everything I heard. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna pass, man. I'm like, due respect, Chris.
I watched you in Ghostbusters 2016, and that hurt my soul enough. So I'm good with that. I'm good with the Men in Black International. I don't need a lecture from Tessa Thompson either.
Could you imagine if they would have casted Triple H as Thor?
Hey, I wouldn't be against that, honestly.
I would.
As long as his acting is better than it was in Blade 3.
Ooh.
Like, I'm so happy he didn't get that role because I like Chris Hemsworth. Like,
I do too.
How do we feel about? I'm sorry, I do this a lot on your stream, ETAP.
Go.
but
I
how do we
want
feel?
you to go.
I detract a lot.
it.
But how do we feel about Hemsworth being Hulk Hogan?
I love
like
it. I love it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Dude, as somebody
That's not
who's
my
done
idea. That's happening. So
yeah. As somebody who's done the Hogan cosplay and was a wrestler and based the whole gimmick on that kind of shit, dude, I love it. I
think it's great.
First of all, the dude's arms are probably almost as big as Hogan's ever were. Like those pictures they showed him, I was like, holy shit. I was like, holy shit. My wife was like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, right. I'm not saying I'm just saying, yeah, like that is impressive as hell. Like Jesus, like, and that's commitment to a role. You know what I mean? I like it.
Totally not doping.
No, not at all. I don't think there's gonna be any. The IOC isn't gonna test him for the Hogan role. I mean, and if he was juiced for a Hogan role, wouldn't it just make sense?
Yeah, all these dudes, they juice for that shit.
Oh yeah, they have to.
But yeah, and the thing is, like, it doesn't matter anyway. They're just acting in movies, you know. It's not like they're performing in any kind of way. And hell, all the people who are doing sports, a lot of them are anyway. So. Yep.
I'd like to see, of all the actors that have tried to make their foray into professional wrestling, Hemsworth has the, like, he would. I think he could do it, honestly. And I mean, David Arquette, for God's sakes. I mean, and I say that as somebody who unabashedly, unashamed to say, unapologetically loves Ready to Rumble, because I was always a WCW fan back in the day. Like, that is NWO for life still to this day. I love that movie. I hated seeing David Arquette pick the belt up because I was such a wrestling fan, but that hurt a lot. But God bless it. Let's talk. Hey, we're gonna go into Trinity's wheelhouse though, and we're gonna play a short clip, and we're gonna be right back, and we are gonna talk about Ghost Rider and the possibility of the Gabriel Luna coming back to play him again. So we'll do that right after this. You better protect your neck if you're in the D though.
Attack at a West Side gas station.
Thieves target a man because of the gold chain he was wearing. Tonight he's talking with our Tim Pamplin, who joins us from the scene with the night cam. Tim.
It was a typical afternoon here at this West Warren gas station in Detroit near Grand Boulevard. Customers coming in, filling up with gas, buying lottery tickets. It was a favorite spot for our victim, Jamal.
Thanks for you.
Customer walks in, shakes his hand, a couple more customers behind. The guy in the black. Pay close attention to him. And his buddy, right behind. They're looking for some easy pickings, and Jamal is their target.
I hit the lottery.
Jamal won $30,000 on the Michigan lottery, bought himself a $20,000 necklace. You see he's wearing it there. He's heard of people getting robbed for their jewelry.
Yeah, it's a thing. So I was just looking around, making sure nobody ain't trying to get my chain,
But they did get his chain. He walks out the store. The suspects were waiting.
So I ran back, tried to get back into the gas station. They had grabbed me, tackled me down.
A particularly vicious attack, punching him, kicking him, getting him to the ground, ripping off his gold.
They took off running and jumped in their car and took off down Warren.
That is, hang on a second, I got it right here, man. God damn it, Detroit. Motherfuckers can't have nothing in Detroit. I swear to God. A well-known pastor, got robbed in broad daylight at a gas station. His Lexus got took. His Rolex got took. Pastor, why you got a Lexus and a Rolex anyway when the church needs a new door? You've been talking about the building fund for years, ain't put a window or a doorknob on, and you're driving a Lexus and getting your Rolex stolen. What's that?
Instead of moving to a better place,
Yep.
spend it on stupid crap.
Yep. Wins 30 grand, spends 20 on a chain, and wonders.
He's got to have the spirit of God around his neck at all times.
Wonders why he got robbed. I was hoping they wouldn't take my chain. They took my chain. Damn it, man. And
It said it was $20K, right? It was for just the necklace?
Just the chain.
Bro. That's what I don't understand. So many people. Back when I lived in Atlanta, bro, this has nothing to do with race, by the way. I'm just saying that. There's a lot of freaking crackers who chose to buy big screen TV over their lights being on. But I do not understand the chain game. I don't understand why we're buying chains when you know for a fact that you're going to need like next month's rent.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Oh, hey, I used to work in the Jeffries projects in Detroit with my dad we did surveillance for a couple attorneys. And when my dad ran his private investigative business, and you see some fun things down in the PJs. But yeah, needless to say, you see. Well, like I said, I lived in Section 8 too, man, for a while, and yep. You see tax time come, these motherfuckers got 3-4 kids, and they don't pay their bills anyway. So, yeah, they're getting tattoos and subwoofers, and then they're wondering why they're getting evicted because their rents, they're renting on time. It's like, hey, you should have thought about that before you put a $1,200 system in a $100 car, motherfucker. So, yep. And that stupidity, see, that's the beautiful thing about stupidity. It knows no race, color, creed, or orientation. It flows freely through everybody. And you see it surface in different ways.
Look, I'm not saying the guy shouldn't have bought a $20K chain, but maybe he should have bought $10K pairs of shoes so he could run a little bit faster when people are chasing after him.
He should have spent 20 grand on a fucking Peloton, judging by the size of him. If he wants to outrun somebody. Shit. Stop buying gas station burritos and lotto tickets to buy your big ass a Peloton, homie. You'd be able to outrun them boys. You would have lost that chain.
Come on, Peloton.
Come on, Peloton. You can do this. I'm not going to get my chain stole again. Just riding on the bus.
Hard cut to a montage of him just working out, getting yoked.
It's a montage. Marvel Studios. You know what song they'd have to use? They'd have to use a song from what song from that?
Team America.
Shit, the one from Rad. The one from Rad.
Rad. I don't know that.
Was that song of Rad they used? No, I'm sorry. Was it Rad? Hang on, I gotta look it up because I got it downloaded.
All I can hear is Karate Kid. You're the best around.
Yeah. Dude, I used to know this cat. All right, quick side story. This guy, what the fuck? Ricky Fontaine. Ricky Fontaine. Motherfucker had $1 million body. Could not cut a promo to save his life. Like, big ass muscular black dude, right? Like, no charisma. Zero. None. Like, none. And everybody booked him as a baby face. So we're up in this redneck ass town that's like probably about 30 miles away from me. About 20, 30 miles. And we're working their fair for this wrestling show. And the promoter is this dumbass hillbilly. Puts Ricky on against this heel who's doing a lumberjack match or a lumberjack gimmick and books Ricky as a babyface, right? So Ricky comes out and this motherfucker, like, that's his song was "You're the best around." He comes out and he just puts the hands up, and nobody does anything. Crowd's sitting on their hands. The fucking lumberjack dude comes out to Jackal, the lumberjack, the chainsaw shit, flannel on, big ass fucking piece of wood over his shoulder like a fucking trailer park hacksaw Jim Duggan, and the crowd just fucking pops for him. And it's like, we're just sitting in the back just fucking laughing. We're sitting there smoking a joint, because we're outside fair, so we're sitting back smoking a joint by the curtain going, this motherfucker ain't getting over tonight. Shit. He should have booked Ricky as a heel tonight. Honestly, like, if I was a promoter, I'd have been like, Ricky, you're working heel. You're gonna get more heat as a heel because the crowd's gonna pop for this dude because he's a fucking he's a lumberjack. And we're in a fucking redneck ass town. They're gonna pop for him, Ricky. I felt so goddamn bad for him. He come back, he goes, that motherfucking crowd was dead. Like, And he went over, he hit his finisher, and they barely cheered when he won. There was like 5-6 people clapped. I was like, I felt bad for him. I'm like, ugh. And the ring announcer's like, yeah, give it up for Ricky Fontaine. And everybody's just like, yeah, can we get on to the next match? I was like, that's an auspicious start to this show. So, Marvel Studios interested in Gabriel Luna back as Ghost Rider. Now, see, I didn't see the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Show past episode 7, so I didn't get to see his arc in this. My only frame of reference for him really is Terminator Dark Fate, which is not a ringing endorsement, but not really his fault either, because he didn't have much to work with. So, has Trinity or Ryan, did you guys watch the show, and what did you think of his performance?
I thought he was good.
Okay.
Actually, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is one of the shows I actually watch. I like that Netflix Marvel garbage. Don't like it. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I actually liked. And, I mean, aside from it not being Johnny Blaze, I actually thought he was good in the role and doing, I mean, the whole thing. I thought he was pretty good. And, I mean, at the time, though, I mean, and it's been a while since I've seen it, he was, like, a little stiff, but even in, like, the Terminator, he didn't seem as, he seemed like he's grown a little bit.
Yeah.
He seemed like he's grown a little bit. So, I mean, I think it'd be a good move. I mean, supposedly it's probably going to be canon anyway.
So, for everybody who doesn't know Second Street Marvel, not that I know him the best, but Second Street and I go way back. And him, I know him enough to say, if there's one show that he's watching, that show is probably either really great or worth his time, because I know you don't have the time to be watching all these freaking shows. And I'm surprised to hear that you watch this show, because I've never seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because I remember trying to book you on my channel, trying to talk about Daredevil and Jessica Jones and all that kind of stuff. I don't watch that. I'm like, what? And yeah. He's a busy dude, guys. So if he's watching it, maybe I should too. I don't know, but
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't. I've never watched it. I've heard good things about Ghost Rider though. In the show, was he on for very long in the show?
Oh man, it seemed like it was like a season, maybe a season and a half.
Just a season. I remember.
It didn't seem like it was very long.
I remember it seemed, someone not watching the show and just like seeing things on YouTube and everything, it seemed very brief, very, very brief. So, and I remember a lot of people were really happy with him. So it's weird that they would take him out, but it's cool to hear that he's coming back. I don't know, something with that character within the industry. Give him justice somewhere.
Yeah.
I've like I said, I watched 5 or 6 episodes. Me and my kid and my wife were watching it, and it wasn't that, like, honestly, because I was kind of getting into it. It's just kind of one of those ones I fell off. So you didn't like the Netflix Marvel shows, Trinity? No. You didn't like those?
Nah, not really. Like Jessica Jones season 1 was okay.
See, that's what's so weird about my man down here, is that he starts with Jessica Jones.
Yeah,
I'm
Daredevil
shocked.
Season 2 was okay. Luke
You didn't like the first season of Daredevil?
Right. Nah, it was like, I don't know.
Okay.
Man.
I remember you saying, this was a while ago, but I remember you saying, Trinity, that it's just a little too slow. Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of them are just like, they're slow burns. They're just kind of like, come on, like, let's get some cool shit going on, man. Like,
see,
I'm falling asleep here.
I really like Daredevil. I haven't watched any of the other ones yet. I'm into like the second episode of the second season of Daredevil, and honestly, I'm looking like in the MCU now. I'm like, if they want to redeem themselves in the eyes of some of the fans that they've kind of, cast aside with everything that they're doing, keeping Daredevil and Kingpin the same actors, Vincent D'Onofrio and what's homeboy's name, that Charlie Cox that plays Daredevil, that plays Matt Murdock. Dude, he is the casting for that show was so, and I'm not aficionado of the comics at all, so you have to forgive me there, because I am not there, and I will say that right up front. Anything that I've learned from the comics, because I read here and there as a kid, I'm mostly like, as far as like in-depth comic reading, I've read the Walking Dead run like 2 or 3 times, because I was a huge Walking Dead fan.
The whole thing?
Yeah. I read it at
Holy
work.
cow, dude.
I read it at work at my desk on a website when I was doing finance. In between, I would sit there and read like
Dang.
2 or 3 issues a pop.
That's
like,
big.
And oh yeah, I love that. I've got my wife buys me a different because I don't have all the compendiums. Like I said, I just read them online, and
Right.
she's buying me the compendium, so I have them because like to get all the individual issues. I mean, you're talking. That's at this point, that comic run went for like what 17 years it was. So I mean, 193 issues. Yeah, I was pissed at the ending of that. I was pissed when Kirkman ended that. Like I was honestly like angry, and it's like I never covered anything like that for my channel just because nobody gives a shit about The Walking Dead at this point. Like I did the last Walking Dead video I got is sitting at 17 views.
I remember when you were going hard on that stuff, dude.
Yep, it's like I'm never gonna cover it again because I can barely make it through the shows now, and the only reason I watch is because I have dedicated a decade to this show, and it's like I'll watch the punk ass spinoffs like that World Beyond show. Me and my wife are sitting there watching it, and the whole time I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, I wish this motherfucking show would just get over. Just die. Just everybody in the show, just die. These characters are stupid. Like, just show me the stinger at the end of the trailer where they show the CRM, so I know what's going on with Rick Grimes. That's all I give a shit about. And I'm still waiting for. Cause they're still, and which I don't know how they're still planning on doing a trilogy of movies about Rick Grimes. I'm like, how? The main show ends this season. You're going to prop it up on the Fear the Walking Dead, which the finale was 2 months ago, and I still haven't watched it. My wife's like, hey, I just watched the finale for Fear the other night. She goes, actually, it was probably the best episode of the season. I'm like, well, fuck me, right? I haven't watched it yet.
That's how it goes. Honestly, I think the only reason why they're still going ahead with it is so they can really push hard on AMC's streaming service.
Yep. Because it's the flagship. It's the flagship for the channel.
Yeah.
Definitely, it is. There's nothing. I mean, that's
Could you imagine if El Camino would have dropped on AMC? If AMC would have been a little bit quicker on the streaming service game, and El Camino if anybody knows Breaking Bad, the movie that came out on Netflix, they would have cleaned up. I feel like they would have done really, really well.
I've seen 1 season of Breaking Bad and I gave up. I watched the first season and I was like, I don't know. I was like, good show, just not for me. Same thing with like Sons of Anarchy. I almost got one of my buddies was ready to throw me off my pontoon last weekend. He's like, you didn't like Sons of Anarchy? I was like, I didn't say I didn't like it. I said I watched it. It's a show. There's guys doing drugs and shooting each other and riding motorcycles. I'm like, yep, it's a show.
It's so very frustrating for me to be on your show sometimes because you say stuff like this. You talk about watching Batwoman all the time, and then you just like, Breaking Bad, meh. Breaking Bad is the greatest TV show ever made. Okay, it is the greatest show.
I'm sorry, that's Sein.
so
That's
mad
I'm sorry.
sometimes.
That would be Seinfeld, sir. That would be Seinfeld.
People in the chat back me up, please.
I'm gonna
Seinfeld is
get
good though.
I just lost 50 subs. I don't know. I'm back down. I was at 760 when we started. I'm at 100 now. This is bullshit.
Bro, I'm gonna unsubscribe to you so that you can get 3 more subscribers when I subscribe.
Yeah, unsubscribe and resubscribe, and then I'll get 4. That's what happens when you do that to me. It's like Ryan unsubs. It's like, hey, I got 4 subs. He goes, I wasn't subscribed. I resubscribed. There's 4. All right, do it again.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Do it.
That was a while ago, dude. That was a while ago. That was a few months ago. But I unsubscribed to him and then resubscribed, and he got like 2 or 3 like right after that. It was really weird.
It was freaking hilarious. Oh God. So all right, let's get into this article a little bit here. I took us off track there. That's my show. Like that's the old school. Like before, I used to do like the detail outlines like I do now. Like it would just like descend into madness within 10 minutes. We would start the show and there would be like a 45 hour long cutaway and it'd be like, what the hell were we talking about again? And nobody knew. So
let's be honest though. It's whenever the Storm and Mormon comes on.
I don't mind. I enjoy it though. I enjoy it. I do. Let's see. Gabriel Luna's skull could be aflame once again as a new rumor reveals its possible return as Marvel's Ghost Rider. According to the latest report, Marvel Studios seeks Gabriel Luna as the supernatural motorcyclist once again. With WandaVision and the upcoming Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, the MCU has opened the gates to hell. Marvel Studios has kept Ghost Rider in chains for years. Sony released 2 Ghost Rider movies starring Nicolas Cage, which were phenomenal.
Okay. I just realized something. We might be getting into spoiler territory for myself. Sorry. I haven't seen Loki yet, and I understand that's going to be opening up a can of worms right now. But from what I understand, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is not considered canon in the film world, correct?
It's not as of now, right?
Okay.
They
You
reference.
say because maybe Loki. I don't know.
It's
Debatable. Okay.
It's loose. It's loosely referenced and connected. Like Coulson is one of the like main him and Sif now. But that's why
she's
Jamie
in
Alexander.
that? Wow.
She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I love Jamie Alexander. Yes, she is in Loki.
Yeah, I just saw that episode actually. She's in Loki like very briefly, at least from what I've seen. But like the reason why I didn't want to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is because Coulson in my mind is dead. So like there's that. But I know that, and you probably don't know this, Trinity, but the Netflix, Daredevil, and all of those, they reference a lot of the things that happen in the movies. I wouldn't say all the time. They definitely happen, and like repercussions, especially in Jessica Jones, which you said you saw, so you probably know. So I treat that as canon, but I didn't know if that was something that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So I just wanted to clear that up.
Didn't know Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like set up Age of Ultron? Like when they were going, like set them up.
Stuff with, like Dr. List and some of that kinds of stuff that was in there. Yeah, and that's what I say. It's really kind of a one-way relationship though, the way that it always seemed to go. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're gonna just kind of open. It seems like everything that's going on. It seems like they're just opening up the floodgates, and I'm not sure whether it's good or bad. It seems like they're just opening up the floodgates just to be like, you know what? Everything that's happened is canon.
What, in the show or in the
shows, in the movies? I don't care what. Dolph Lundgren is probably Punisher in one of their multiverses somewhere. You know.
Yes. Why haven't we talked about this?
Take my money. Take my money.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Take my money.
I feel like that gimmick worked really well for DC and Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people were happy with that. Maybe they're doing that. Anyway, ETEP was like reading something. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's fine. Trinity, the chat is saying your mic volume's a little bit low. They're having trouble hearing you a little bit.
All right.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, jeez. I'm just kidding.
All right. So all right. So I got to ask you guys. So I'm probably alone here in saying I like the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies. Am I safe in that assumption? As I'm the only one that enjoyed those? Did you? Yeah. I like those. I thought they were fun. Like I said, I have I think one Ghost Rider comic in one of the boxes I have, and that's it. I like I said, and it's older. My father-in-law has given me and my kid a bunch because my father-in-law he's got like almost every Conan comic ever made. Like I mean, he's got 30 boxes, 40 boxes in his garage, like stacked. And he's got a ton of Spider-Man too, and so I'm trying to get the Maximum Carnage out of him. I'm trying to. I told Trey, I'm like, tell Papa you want Maximum Carnage. He's got him. Tell him you want him. Tell him you want those. But let's see. Critics burned both of Cage's films, while the pre-MCU audiences ignored B-movie flaws of Ghost Rider. The sequel already felt dated. The Kevin Feige makeover of superhero films was underway. Spirit of Vengeance lacked the sharp writing and sleek action of its MCU cousins. Sony agreed and sent Ghost Rider back home. Upon his arrival, though, it was Marvel TV head Joseph Loeb who took the character for a ride. So I would, I don't mind seeing the character come back. Like I said, you're not going to do Nicolas Cage at this point. Obviously, that shipped and sailed. So, I mean, if you're going to bring him back, yeah. If you've got a character established already with your audience and it's a favorable response, then why not move forward with that? It makes sense, And like I said, I have no idea how he was in the show, but I mean, Trinity, you seem like you're pretty up on it, and you said he was good. I haven't really ever heard anything bad about him. So, I mean, that's a positive. I mean, when you consider some of the casting decisions they've made, like the Eternals and what, I mean, that's another, I mean, so I've been seeing a lot of people talk about Shang-Chi. And honestly, Shang-Chi, such a minuscule character, mainstream-wise. Mainstream wise, I had a visitor at the door.
God.
No, I'm sure the kid's gonna come in and make an appearance. He's getting up to switch bedrooms. It's 10 o'clock. He woke up to go in my room now and take up my side of the bed. But no, what the hell was I even talking about? I totally lost my fucking train of thought. Jesus Christ, the wife was at the door.
What were you talking about?
I
Actually,
completely lost my.
Oh, it was about Gabriel Luna coming back.
Yes. So
well, yes.
In casting decisions in the Eternals, I wanted to get. Oh, that's what it was. I want to get you guys.
Shang-Chi. You were talking about Shang.
I want to get your opinion on Shang-Chi because they just dropped another trailer, and I haven't watched it yet. I think they did because I saw was it Az from Heels vs Babyface did a video about it.
I still haven't watched the new trailer either. But yeah, they dropped it the day after Ghostbusters, I think.
That's what it was. It was the day after Ghostbusters. So everybody's still talking about the Ghostbusters trailer. So, but so what say you? What is your guys, Trinity and Ryan? What is your level of anticipation for the Shang-Chi movie?
You know, like
this guy.
At this point, I'm kind of to the point now where like, just give me something good that's interesting. I know you're not gonna do anything I'm kind of expecting that you're gonna do. Just at least entertain me. At least entertain me. And I don't really know about Shang-Chi anyway, so it's kind of hard for me to build excitement for it in that sense. Especially considering, I mean, I just pop in a Bruce Lee movie and that's all the more I need, you know.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I think the stuff that could happen in this movie and some of the things we've heard just like through leaks and stuff that's supposedly going to happen in this movie, I think it could be a very cool movie, but these trailers don't show it.
Yeah.
Cool movie or impactful? Cuz like we're talking about a character that let's be honest, nobody knows. And Marvel's track record with characters that nobody knows is pretty phenomenal, dude. Like Iron Man, household name now. Freaking Guardians of the Galaxy, who? Freaking now they're running the freaking show very soon.
No expectations. I mean, we might all go and be surprised, you know.
Right. Now, I am one to keep. I'm one to keep expectations super in check, especially with Marvel movies. In fact, it's been my little thing to not watch any trailers to any Marvel movies at all. And I didn't do any of that for Black Widow. And so many people said, "Oh, they spoiled so many things in the trailers." Didn't know that. Didn't see any of the trailers. In fact, I only saw the Shang-Chi trailer when I went and saw the Black Widow movie. So I saw like some things in there that are like, oh, they're going to make cool things. But like Trinity, I feel like I think they're either keeping things super under wraps or they're just going to bust out like another, I don't know, random, like a movie that you expect is going to do a lot for the franchise, like Captain Marvel. Like probably won't be. And that's my if I had to put expectations on it, I feel like it's just going to be another movie that you can plop out, not by their own design, but just because they want to introduce characters more or less.
Yeah.
Right.
You got that, ETEP?
Yeah, I was listening. My kid came in to show me his
messing
tooth. The tooth fairy visited him, so he had come in and show me his money.
Man.
And he took off with one of my earbuds. So
can I just make a point of?
Hi, Mark.
You just cut Tony off.
Oh no! What's up, Trey? How are you doing, buddy?
Hang on. Come here. Come over here.
I'm good.
Come over. Say hi. There you
Hi.
go. There you go. Say hi.
Hey, you're not alone. My daughter's actually here too.
Yep.
She's been here the whole time.
She's back there chilling.
And I had a really proud dad moment. She just said, "Dad," and I look over and she said, "I love you." I was like, "Okay, awesome, cool."
See you.
That's Ryan and that's Trinity. Say hi.
Hi, Trinity.
How's it going?
Good.
And you know who that guy is?
Tony.
That's Tony. All right, do the line. Say the line, Frankenstein. Do it. Do it.
Daria cha cha cha.
All right.
It's me, Mario.
You gonna do the Mario voice now?
It's me, Luigi. It's me, Vin.
Vinny's not even on tonight. You gotta wait till Vinny's on to make fun of the Italians.
It's me, your daddy. It's me, your mommy. It's me, your Trey.
All right. I love you. Give me the earbud.
Okay,
No,
here.
just a point I wanted to make about trailers real quick and people complaining that it spoils them. Back in the day, we would go to the movies and see a badass movie trailer like one time through, and that was it. And then you go and sit through the entire movie, you forget half the trailer, and they might have some shorter TV commercials, but nowadays we can rewatch the trailer over and over again and have YouTube videos breaking it down and make deductions and really think about what we're seeing. And so is it the trailer really spoiling the movie, or are we just delving a little too deep?
Tony, this is why I like you. You don't say very much, but when you do, it's super on point, because I totally agree with that. This is why Star Wars ruined everything, because Star Wars Episode 1 came out around the cusp of the internet, and that's when everybody's like, hey, this is going to be cool to just dissect everything. And that's when everybody started getting pissed, because they started themselves ruined their favorite movies. And that's how I feel. I'm like, I'm not going to put a hood over my head when the trailer pops on in theaters, but I'm not going to go on YouTube anymore and potentially ruin stuff for me and go. That's why I don't do theories on my channel anymore, because one, I ain't got no time, bro. But then, like, also, if you go back in the archives of the Blurb, you will see how I made like 3 or 4 videos, like Avengers Endgame is not going to be about time travel. And then we left the theater. My wife was like, "Are you mad?" I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. It was awesome." But I'm just mad about like getting expectations just way out of whack. And I feel like, yeah, Tony, you're right. We do that with the trailers.
Yeah.
That was me with was it Far From Home? I going into that, I was like, okay, so after Homecoming, I'm like, give me something. Give me something, please. Like, because Tom Holland was good in Civil War, man. That was Spider-Man. I was like, okay. I'm like, I like this kid. I'm an old cat. I'm 41. I'm a Tobey Maguire guy. To me, honestly, I don't care what they do superhero-wise. Spider-Man 2 is the gold standard. That still is the gold standard for superhero movies to me. That's it. It's up there. But I was like, I like Tom's debut, and then you get him in in Homecoming, and I'm like, hey. And I covered that when I was in radio, because the first thing I did was I was talking about all the race swaps and everything they did with Ned and MJ, and Zendaya. I didn't really know much about Zendaya back then. All I know is that somebody said she was a girl that smelled like weed and patchouli, and that was the whole thing. But no, she's a beautiful woman. She's a great actress. I love her in The Greatest Showman. She's phenomenal in that movie. And I'm looking forward to seeing her in Dune. She's not MJ. She's MJ. She's okay. She's MJ. She's not Mary Jane. Let me rephrase that. So Flash Thompson being a little bitch, I'm like, Flash is a bully. Like, oh, this is new Flash. He's a cyber bully. I'm taking it, right? Like that's basically what it's supposed to be. Because Tom Holland's bigger than this kid. He can just shut up, bitch. Like, smack him in the head.
Remind me of the actor who played Flash in Toby.
It's Joe Manganiello that played Deathstroke. Yeah, that's like huge, jacked, and he's married to Sofia Vergara. Yeah, like he's a beast now. It's like that's Flash Thompson. So I'm like, I'm looking, I got Far From Home, and it's like within 10 minutes of the movie, he's like, here, Mr. Beck, you can have these glasses and all the Stark Industry tech. Gee Willie, I'm like, what the fuck is this kid doing?
I do have a comment about that, though, because I don't mind Flash Thompson. I get where you're coming from, though. Mm-hmm. I totally get it, but I don't mind him. But what I did thought was kind of weird, if they were so to say going woke with everybody and changing all races and everything, why didn't they leave Flash, the douche of everybody, white?
Yep.
White. That was a perfect opportunity, and we would have all been fine. So many people were pissed about him not being white. This was a great opportunity for you to make white people look bad if you want that,
I hear outrage videos coming about this.
You hear
right?
Outrage videos?
Yep.
Who's gonna do that? You?
I don't know. Somebody's going to. They're gonna be like, man, I never really realized that, did they?
Yeah, they missed a golden opportunity there.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to. I'm too busy making fucking rage He-Man
Watching
videos.
Batwoman.
I can't. After watching Master Universe Revelation, I can't wait for Batwoman to come back.
Goodness gracious.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Chat, he makes me so mad. He really does. I hate it. Goodness gracious. And I blame you, chat, because you're watching his videos. You're watching his videos.
Hey, are you not entertained? Hang on. I can let me put the Coliseum up as my background here.
No.
The closest I got is Geonosis. There, that'll work. Hang on, buzz. There, I'll speak Geonosian. No, I Batwoman is horrible, and they keep watching it. They keep watching it. They keep watching the videos. They like seeing me suffer. So I'm masochistic already. So this just goes along with the territory. But yeah, so Shang-Chi is everybody's kind of like, and me. I saw the first trailer, and I was like, the first thing I did, I sat there and I was like, Marvel Combat. That's like ultimately what I thought. I was like, this is Marvel's Mortal Kombat. Okay. Like, I know nothing about the character of Shang. I literally know nothing about Shang-Chi. I'm just like, this doesn't really give me any level of it. Just like it's and I like karate or kung fu movies, dude.
Right.
But it's just like this just didn't,
This I am worried about it though. I am worried. Okay, so the reason in my personal opinion, I didn't hate Iron Fist, the TV show.
Uh-huh.
In fact, I liked season 2. I enjoyed season 2 a lot. But the first season, it was so lame because there was like no kung fu. And that was the hook for me because I'm a big Bruce Lee fan. I love Enter Dragon, I love all that kind of stuff. And I was looking forward to that. And then they just didn't do it. They like spent way too much time trying to build whatever kind of universe they're trying to do over at Netflix. And I can appreciate that, sure. But like I wanted to see kung fu, and that's what I want to see here in Shang-Chi. And I think we're going to get that, but I think we're going to get CGI crazy kung fu, and I don't want that. I don't want that kind of kung fu. I want Jackie Chan stuff. I want people. Here's the thing. I like the actor who is Shang-Chi. Don't know his name. I just know the TV show Kim's Convenience that I'm a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the main characters in there. That's not the kind of actor he is. So that right off the gate, sure, I'm excited to see him, but I know you're not doing that stuff. So that makes me feel like it's going to be a lot of fake kung fu, which I'm not looking forward to.
Speaking of kung, go ahead, Trinity. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, that's I don't know. I can't really feel any hype for it. I mean, I'm gonna see it and everything, obviously. But yeah.
And Tony and I have had the discussion about this could be Marvel's first movie to like bomb. Like, it's not getting an opening in China.
What?
I don't believe this, and they're not going to show the Eternals in China.
Why?
The Eternals is because of, I believe, because they leaned so heavily on saying they were going to have the first gay, which I don't care. That's the thing. Is like they're like, oh, you people are a bunch of homophobes. Like, no. Let me explain. I don't care if you have gay characters. I know gay people. They're wonderful human beings. They're just like us. Doesn't matter. But don't prop the entire character on their who they sleep with. Develop the character. Give us a backstory. Make us care about them.
And don't put them in there because you have to.
No, don't. The checkbox shit is that is the worst. That is the worst. That is the biggest affront to creativity in filmmaking. That it handicaps films. Literally handicaps films and media now because you have to have this checklist, and it's like. It doesn't make sense in every case. That's the thing. So, and nobody, I said, I don't care what color, who you sleep with. It doesn't matter. Make us care about the characters first, and you make that part of their character. It's like, hey, this is who they're with. This is who they love. Okay, cool. So they're obviously going to do whatever they can to protect this person because they love them. This is their, this is their partner. This is their person. So it's like, yeah, make us care about them, and then we'll buy your shit. We'll open our wallets up. That's what these people don't seem to understand.
But you're saying China is against it because of
they don't find the actor attractive enough that plays Shang-Chi. He doesn't meet their standards for physical beauty. Yes. Yes.
Bro, I wouldn't say no, you know.
This has been Midnight's Edge did a huge thing on this. They were talking about not getting a China release because they don't think he's attractive enough. And yeah, the Eternals,
he's
just
not
don't
Chinese,
like.
Is he? I think he's Korean, dude.
Yeah, they don't like him. They don't like him.
This is not racist in any way because this is what a Japanese guy told me. I am just using word for word what he said. But apparently, Chinese people do not like Korean people. Apparently.
No.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. So I feel like there's a little bit more going on here.
Well, it's like the Chinese and the Japanese. They butt heads too.
But he also don't look like a traditional Chinese either. That's what they want is somebody that looks more traditional, not Americanized, not any of that stuff. They want like a traditional Chinese-looking actor, kind of like a Bruce Lee, you know, somebody more like that looks more like them.
Bruce Lee was so Americanized, though.
Oh,
he was crazy
right.
Americanized.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
But that's what they want, and that's like I said, the last report I heard was that's not getting a release in China, nor was the Eternals, because China like they released the Ministry of Propaganda or whatever it is that does their film releases,
right?
Which sounds really weird saying it, but I mean,
but it is true.
It's basically the same thing in America. We just don't call it that. We call it the MPAA. But anyway,
the CIA.
Well, them too.
Was it at the Rise of Skywalker, the Kiss that they?
Oh yes,
the Kiss.
China? Yep.
Yes. Well, you know,
they're just not into that stuff. They're not into it.
No,
they're not into it at all.
They call that anything that's woke here. They call Baizu, I believe it is, and they don't none of that. They don't want none of it.
I know that they were very, very involved with Mulan, saying they don't want any romance, they don't want any this, that, and the other.
What's the end game when you have Hollywood who can't help themselves but be woke, while also trying to kind of put American audiences aside and appeal to China and their billion, person market, but they hate wokeness more than we do, and I don't see the end game there,
Right. No, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't see like what Hollywood, and all China's going to eventually phase Hollywood out if they can get their own motion picture, industry really booming. But I don't see what Hollywood's going for there. It's just like I could see on this, and they're trying to raise our children, to believe certain ideals and stuff, but then make good movies that American audiences like, because China ain't gonna take that stuff anyway. I don't know. It's just,
No, you're right, and that's the thing is like Hollywood knows, like, okay, so look at the Eternals, look at kind of the aesthetic of that. They went with the more like Indian Bollywood type aesthetic because they're trying to cater to them because it's such an up and coming market now. It is that film industry is booming right now.
Huge.
Yes. So Marvel's like, well, if China's not gonna take this, hey, Bollywood, and that's what they're doing. Eternals, to me, when I saw that first trailer, I was like,
Hollywood is so stupid.
I understand the deep dive they're trying to do with some of these characters, but it's like at the same time, you have so many characters that are so much better that you could be doing right now. It's like, what? Aren't you supposed to lead with your strength, put your best foot forward? Like, you want to get like the Fantastic Four and the X-Men out before the wheels are going to fall off the bus eventually. This can't go on forever, and it's like, and it's like I at least want to see that. It's like they're talking about Fantastic Four casting, and now I'm just like, I'm like, I want a good Fantastic Four movie. Fanforstic really hurt, and I hadn't seen that movie until like last year. I hadn't watched it. I avoided it like the plague, and I finally am like, you know what? Because I'd seen clips of it. I'm like, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch it, and I went and I rented it from Family Video. And me and my kid, my wife are watching it. I'm like,
Listen.
Miles fucking Teller is Reed Richards.
If they didn't name it Fantastic Four, it might be an okay sci-fi movie. But they fucked it up by naming it Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I could agree with that.
Doctor Doom's origin story in that pissed me off. I was like, no. No, and then like I said, I was more angry at everybody was like, oh, Michael B. Jordan. I was like, Michael B. Jordan wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He was honestly probably like out of the four of them, probably the best one. But Miles Teller, I was like, he just has a punchable face. Like I said, that movie, movie he was in with what's his name? One
where he's a boxer?
Simmons. No, J.K.
Whiplash.
Simmons. Whiplash. Yeah. I was like, I can see J.K. Simmons just getting mad at him during takes because it's like, I just want to punch your face. Like,
that movie is freaking awesome, though. That is one movie that I do really enjoy with him in it.
One of my buddies
actor too, and he's a good
I
actor
think
too.
I think he's pretty good.
Yeah.
But how do we feel about him being Goose's son? Top Gun.
He's in the new Top Gun movie. Miles Teller is.
He's Goose's son.
I did not know that.
Does he break his neck too?
I don't know. The movie hasn't come out yet. It's been over a year since it's supposed to be.
Blurb's like, you don't know he was Goose's son in the new Maverick. How many new actors did they cast on Batwoman for season 3? Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask me. Go ahead and ask me. They're bringing in Renee Montoya, and they've cast 3 new actors so far.
Yeah. I blame you, chat, for ruining this man's life.
I like this. Glinzer says Rom Space Knight needs a movie. Fuck the Eternals. When I was digging through this box of comics the other night on air, I found a Rom comic in there that I just dug out of a box of toys and G.I. Joe card backs when I was a kid. I didn't even remember. I had to look up. The only reason I knew what Rom was anymore was what's his name over at Toy Galaxy did a video about it. I can't remember the cat's name. It's a big channel though, but he did a video about Rom, and I was like, really? That's what Rom is? I was like, I'm gonna have to look at this comic now. I was like, I got that. It was like one of the ones I got. It was one of the only ones I had left from when I was a kid.
So with Goose, does Maverick like raise his son in a cage?
He's ignoring you. He's like, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. He was like, he just sat there. He did one of these. He's like, there you go.
I knew that one was coming. I knew it as soon as I saw her.
I haven't played that one yet tonight. That one I had to pull that one out of the box.
Love me some Starship and some. Well, I don't like the other one, but never mind.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Mannequin. There's nothing wrong with
Mannequin.
Remember that? Yeah, yeah. There's a reference. Frickin' Kim Cattrall was in that.
Wow.
And Andrew McCarthy. G.W. Bailey that played Sergeant Harris in Police Academy was the security guard in the store. And Hollywood.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Weren't we talking about Hollywood being War Machine a few weeks ago?
Yeah, dude. They should have cast him as War Machine instead of Terrence Howard originally. They never would have switched. Baby. Next time, they never would have cast Don Cheadle if they just would have cast Hollywood. It would have been over, man. It would have been over. All right.
So is the Marvel What If show is that just going to be all the actors who just bailed out on Marvel? Like, is Ed Norton going to come back and be Bruce Banner? I'd like to see that.
I would too. I would honestly.
That'd be funny.
I can't stand Mark Ruffalo. I can't stand Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner or the Hulk. I know Ed Norton was a prick to work with, but I liked his iteration better. And Ruffalo just gets on my nerves. Like the only cool thing I can say about him is like the whole "that's my secret" cap. I'm always angry because it was such a good meme. Yeah. So I'll give him a pass for that. I'll give Ruffalo a pass for that. I still am not giving him a pass for that. Was it an Oxy commercial, Tony?
Yeah, we watched that.
Yeah.
That was great.
We watched that Oxy commercial he was in. I don't give him a pass for that. I don't. Yeah, Ed Norton was. Well, I mean, let's be honest. The best Hulk is Lou Ferrigno, man. Bill Bixby. But it's way better than Eric Bana. I mean, I don't know. I still take Eric Bana over Ruffalo. Maybe not the movie, but
because that movie was bad. The Ang Lee Hulk, ooh, that was.
I only
that's
saw it once and it was boring.
Yep, that was it. When I was watching, I was like, the 70s TV show was more exciting than the fucking Eric Bana movie.
I thought I had some
It
crazy
was.
cool transitions. That was about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I remember
Yep.
as a kid
Yeah.
because I watched it only once, and I remember thinking, because that was back before comic book movies were like a thing, like way before Iron Man, that's for sure. But like way
2000
before like
2003, I believe.
3.
Yeah.
Oh
It
wow!
came out like
Actually
after
not that
Spider-Man.
I was thinking 02 or 3, somewhere around
2003. Yep.
Yeah,
2003.
Spider-Man dropped
Okay.
in the next summer. Hulk dropped.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1.
One.
Yeah,
Spider-Man
Tobey
1 was
Maguire. Spider-Man
was two-
1.
Yeah, see, and that
2002.
movie set the gold standard. That was
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That was when it was just like, all right, comic book movies are a thing now. Get over it. It's gonna happen.
We're doing a disservice to Blade though, because Blade
Yeah.
I was getting there though. I was getting
Blade is the Godfather, man, and that's his whole thing with we need more black representation. I'm like, you had the best.
You were the first.
He started it all, and then
Yeah.
it just goes back to that gif where you got Wesley Snipes sitting there going, "Some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill." Like that.
Me
that
and
is
Fatal,
it.
me and Fatal J, bro. We got into this pretty hardcore because I was throwing up shade on Blade, and I had never seen it, and I am called to repentance. Fatal, if you can hear my voice, bro, you were right. Not only were you right, I was very wrong. Because like, I feel like in the eyes of a lot of people, even definitely during that time, 98 when it came out.
Yep, 98.
Like, I don't think people consider it to be a comic book superhero movie. In my personal opinion, neither do I, even still. But I feel like it directly impacted everything that happened and everything that came back. Wesley Snipes himself, I feel like, by himself, catapulted the genre to where it is now.
I think that movie saved Marvel Studios.
It did because they were bankrupt.
Yep.
Yeah.
They bet the farm on Blade, man. They really did. And it paid dividends, man. The first one was good. The dude, that opening scene with what's her name, Tracy Lords, and the guy, and the guy from The Shield that played Lem, that got killed at the beginning of The Shield.
It was him.
Yep, that was him. And he was he was in Sons of Anarchy. He did a guest spot in there because he had gotten kicked out of the club at one point, remember? And then they found the tat in his back and they burned it off and everything. Yeah, see, I remember parts of the show, bro. I did watch almost the entire thing. I remember it. But no, he was in that scene with Tracy Lords and that the blood rave. Oh my God. Yeah, that was what a way to start that. And I remember sitting there in the theater just like it, because I was 18 when that came out. You know, it was like, holy shit, this is awesome. You know, and then you see, you know, because like I never read the Blade comics or anything. I wasn't really into comics in my teen years, and I'd kind of gotten out of it, and I was just like, this is a Marvel. You know, this Marvel is part of this.
Right.
You see the Marvel thing in the credits, and you're like, what? You know, like. Yeah, because then you got after that, like Superfan said, you got X-Men in '99, and then 2002 you got Spider-Man, you got the Hulk in 2003, then Spider-Man 2 in 2004, and it was like boom, that movie just was.
We can't forget about Thomas Jane Punisher, man. That was a damn good movie with a
What-
cheesy kind of intro, but other than that, I'll let that go.
John
like
Travolta
that
was
movie.
great in that movie.
Yeah.
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 What
And
year
talk
did-
about like woke. There were some gay guys in that one.
Right?
It was woke before its time.
It was woke before woke even knew it was woke.
You know who else is in that? I just
Who?
remembered this. Kevin Nash. Big
Yep.
Daddy Diesel's in
The
that.
Russian.
Was he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
I'm
like
go-
this big, huge, hulking Russian.
Is that when he wore like the
sailor guy.
red and white striped
Yeah,
shirt?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen. Okay.
I
All
think
right,
that's
all
his
right.
Russian,
first
man, that was
movie he was
classic.
in. Yeah, very.
Classic.
I think that was his first movie he was in, and then he
All
did.
He played Super Shredder in Ninja Turtles Secret
Yes!
Ruse.
Yeah,
He was. He
yeah,
was
that's
the
right.
Super
I did
Shredder.
forget about that,
Fucking Big Daddy Cool.
dude. You want to talk about that guy saved WCW by himself.
Dude, yeah. When him and Hall came in '96 at Bash the Beach, and then here comes Hogan. But whose side? I love Tony Schiavone. But whose side is he on?
Yeah.
Tony, shut up. We all knew. We all knew he was gonna leg drop Sam. We all know. We all knew. Oh god,
Even
we
me
did
as
that.
a kid. I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh man, me and my friends were going nuts watching that pay-per-view.
It was insane.
'Cause we were like little 16-year-olds, man. We were bouncing around going nuts. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. We did that gimmick in the ring. We did that with this young kid in our company. Me and my tag partner flipped this kid. He was one of our top baby faces because our whole stable was like we had the team ratings. Well, shit. Here's my title belt. I mean, you can see the fucking logo. It's basically I was like, this is what I want. Do this. And that was yep. And the promoter was like, he goes this gimmick better draw if I let you do it. I'm like, I laughed at him. I'm like, okay, first of all, you're letting me book it, so it's gonna fucking draw. And dude, we didn't even have any title belts, and we were more over than anybody because we just come out, we call the fans white trash, and they'd fill the ring up with shit. Dude, we were running in a Christian youth park, and we got a "you fucking suck" chant at one point. I mean. When we flipped this kid heel, the crowd, it was like WCW in '96, man. They filled the ring up with garbage. They were throwing shit. They were calling us fucking assholes. And then we come out the next TV taping, and they're buying our fucking shirts for $25, asking us for pictures. So, yeah, it was fun. Hail Machini 90, what's up, brother? What is up? One of the most talented artists in the fourth wave, Machini 90, and he knows how to draw the ladies, man. Better than the much better than the mainstream. And there's so many. It's great. We get to work with so many of these independent comic artists who know how to draw women and know how women should be drawn. Not that Cal art style bullshit. She-Ra, I'm looking at you, Princesses of Power. That fucking garbage tier show. So let's wrap up the night with diving into this article from Murphy's Multiverse. Charlie Murphy. What if writer confirms show is MCU canon? Am I the only one that has a problem with animation being canonical?
What does that mean? I haven't seen the trailer for this either, so.
Well, I mean, and I look at Star Wars too. I don't like that the fact that the animation is canon. I don't like. I don't like it. I'm an angry boomer.
I can hear you.
It seems too. It's almost too wonky to me. Not that the show itself, like Clone Wars, for example, and I didn't watch the new season that Disney did. I'm only on season 4 of the original run, or not the original micro series, but
I don't know. I feel like
I don't think it should be canon.
I feel like in something like Star Wars, for me, that's a huge drawback for Star Wars. That's why I was never a huge fan, because you have to partake of all of it to be a fan. And I was like, whatever, Star Trek is so much easier. So, oh yeah, live long and prosper, biatch. But with Marvel, from what I understand, and I haven't seen Loki yet all the way through, I understand the multiverse is in there, whatever. From what I understand, this is a what if multiverse situation. And I feel like this is the only time I could allow an animated show to be canon. Because if it's multiverse, well then friggin' no rules apply in my mind. Like whatever, you know? So I feel, whoa, I have it on my other screen and I'm just seeing it. What's with the animation? It looks weird.
I've
never seen the trailer to this. It looks kind of weird.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
I thought the animation looked pretty cool. The first one they're doing is
not weird, just different, I guess.
Agent Carter, Peggy Carter is going to be Captain. Was it Captain Britain? I think it is, or something like that. Which that was a cool one to start with. And then what's his name? Who becomes Iron Man? Does anybody? I'm trying to think because I know.
I can't remember.
Chala becomes Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
And Kevin Spacey becomes Black Panther, but I can't.
Okay. Don't get my hopes up.
Take my money now. They're gonna have Mel Brooks Mel Brooks is gonna play Black Panther, and Danny DeVito is gonna be Wolverine.
That's already canon in my mind. So
Danny
move on to the next topic, I guess.
Danny DeVito has to be Wolverine as Frank from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, though.
Dude, I still am geeking out. Like a couple months ago, you brought up that Ryan Reynolds really wants to see the cast of Always Sunny to play Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Dude, I
Yes.
have dreams of that. I really want to see it. Even if it's an SNL skit, I just want to see it.
It would be freaking hilarious. They should do like a special. That should be like a what if live action special.
I would love that.
Like right there, take my money. Ever since Marvel Studios announced their first animated series, What If, its status, as words are hard, its status as canon has been a heavy topic of debate among fans. Now, thanks to the series' head writer A.C. Bradley, we can say with confidence that the show is a firm part of the MCU's lore. In a recent interview with IGN, Bradley cemented the revelation with a decisive quote: "The events of What If are canon. It's part of the MCU multiverse. The multiverse is here. It is real, and it is absolutely fantastic, people." Are they describing the multiverse or Terry Hatcher's breasts from that Seinfeld episode where Elaine fell into her? They're real, and they're spectacular, and now you're never going to find out. Any chance I get to make a Seinfeld reference, I'll do it. So it is going to be canon. But it is the multiverse, and yeah, that's, I mean, I guess I can grant leniency because it is the multiverse, and there's infinite multiverses, so it really doesn't matter. It's not like it's like the main 616 continuity or whatever.
I think it's more or less setting the table of what to expect in the main continuity.
You know, it's not a bad idea. Like I said, I didn't hate the idea of the show from the get-go, because it's animation. I'm like, how bad, I didn't want to say how bad could it be, because look at Masters Universe Revelation. That's a fucking dumpster fire. But no, this, and we're going to get the Marvel Zombies, which I've never seen before other than in the trailer. So I'm like, okay. I dig the zombie thing still.
Have you read that one, Trinity? Marvel
Which one?
Zombies?
Just the recent one that they've done. I didn't read the original one.
Oh, okay. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. That's what I'm looking forward to, because I feel like this What If series is it's gonna act like one shot single issues, which I'm down for. Which is what the comic book genre in Hollywood should embrace a little bit more, and I'm happy to see it.
Yep. Yeah, they're to the point where it's like not everything needs a trilogy. You know what I mean? Like,
right. They don't all have to be connected.
Yes, you can do offshoot one-off movies. And to me, that's almost a more compelling story, because with all the continuity and the connective tissue you're doing, you really are you're diluting your main story, because you're spreading it so thin. You're like, well, we have to think about the sequel, and we have to think about the threequel. It's like, well, the first movie, just make it good, and based on the audience response, if you want to leave the end ambiguous, do it. But if you just want to tell one tightly contained story, like Joker was supposed to be before it made $1 billion on was it a $90 million budget, something like that, or no, $56 million budget. I'm sorry, something like that. It was a stupid low budget, but now they're talking about a sequel to that, which that movie is so self-contained, it's going to be ridiculous to do a sequel to it. So it's just like you put all your eggs in that basket. You tell your story, and you throw yourself at the mercy of the audience, and that's going to make or break it. And if you get a decent response and people like it, okay, cool. If they like it enough to get a sequel, awesome. But don't go out with the pre-planned notion of we've got to make 3 movies. That you're looking too far. Normally I would say the long game is good. In this case, your short game is your moneymaker up front. You need that to set the table for everything else. So, but that's just how
when the MCU started, how they built their success was making solo films.
Yes.
They all just happened to have little Easter eggs that eventually tied them all together. But every single one of those films, they were all solo films. Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Thor. I mean, just they were all solo films, and then they did sequels to them. And then at that point, because I still think like in the first maybe like phase 1 and phase 2 is still kind of the dreaming phase, when like for the most part they didn't know they were going to get to make the next movie. Yep. And it was just kind of like, oh, well, let's do this. Oh, let's do this. And then it eventually became something so big. And like at this point, I kind of don't feel like we're really going to get any solo MCU films anymore. Like with characters, they're going to be most of them are going to be ensemble films with multiple characters in each one, and I don't know. It's just kind of a catch-22. Like you can do cooler and better shit, but then it also doesn't necessarily mean it's cooler and better.
Yeah. And that's it. Like I said, man, you're trying to look too far down the road before you even get out of your driveway. Yeah, and that's like you can see, like you said, the dreaming phase, the very beginning. You could see that because it's like everything they put into those, those movies. It's like they were. It was like a kid in a candy store. It's like, you get. It's like, oh my God, everything is here, and it's like you've got this at your disposal and this. So yeah, I like I said, I like the first Avengers movie. I do. I really enjoyed that. Ultron, Tony and I agree on this. That's his favorite. That's your favorite Avengers movie. See, mine's I'm in Infinity War.
To be honest, too, like Ultron is probably around the time that Second Street's talking about where they stopped becoming their own films and really started, spreading out and becoming ensemble films and continuations.
Well, yeah, because Civil War came shortly after that, and that's basically a mini Avengers movie.
Right.
And you've got everybody in that one. But I mean,
Civil War came right after Ultron?
Sure. Well, it's like two years.
There was a couple movies after, but yeah.
There was a couple. But it was in between Ultron and Infinity War, which, like I said, it's basically the Avengers 2.5.
Yeah, right.
It is.
Either way we slice it, we sat through 22 movies to watch Captain America lose his virginity.
He finally did it. I always thought he should have.
That.
Yeah. There's that ambiguity.
Yeah, it's not the Infinity Saga. It's the Virginity Saga.
The Virginity Saga.
God damn it! But you know what they're gonna do, and I probably shouldn't say this, but they're gonna go back and they're gonna do the Stucky thing. They're gonna go full Stucky.
Oh God. No.
I know. But honestly, I was actually reading some of these original Avengers stories the other day from this original Avengers run, and I was reading like some of this stuff, just like kind of how Cap was with Bucky, and then how he is with Rick Jones. I'm kind of like, oh man, honestly, if they did that stuff, I couldn't blame them at this point, because reading some of this, I'm kind of like, it's a little weird.
Forgive me for being too progressive, but if Sam and Bucky hooked up, we've got a former Hydra Yahtzee and a proud, that would be very progressive. That's all I'm saying.
Right? Damn it. Black Falcon's dating a Yahtzee? What?
Do better.
Dude, you need to do better. No, you need to do better. Don't tell me how to live my life, Falcon. Don't tell me how to live my life. You gave the shield away. Stop blaming everybody else.
God, so mad.
I know.
I feel like it's someone. How does it feel? Like it's someone else's? Well, it's not. And the first thing he does is turn around and give it away.
Gives it away.
Great job respecting Steve. Great job.
Right, and that really that kind of.
I mean, that shield's got a complicated past, right? I mean, I don't know.
Then don't accept it. Then tell Steve no thank you.
Well, yeah, but the man is about to die. Like he's looking at him, he's like, you are about to turn into dust. I get where they were coming from. I totally do. With I keep wanting to call him Bucky. Gosh dang it. With Anthony Mackie. What's his name?
Sam.
Goodness great. Sam. That's his real name. I can't remember his fake name.
It's Black Falcon.
Yeah, Black Falcon.
Black Falcon.
But that movie, in my opinion, had way different problems than the political ones. And it's just all over the place for me. It was just like, you feel like you know what you want to do, but like you also feel like you want to do so many other things all at once, when they should have just stuck to two things, and that's Bucky and friggin' Black Falcon. Just stick to that rather than throw all this other stuff. If you want to go full political, then go full political. That's how I felt. Also, like John Walker, great character, but friggin' he's not redeemed in my eyes. I don't think he's redeemed. He motherfucking just killed the guy.
Hey, you know what? I got into a huge argument in the Marvel Cinematic Universe group on Facebook with a bunch of dudes over that because that thread came up, and I was like, that motherfucker killed the terrorist. He deserves a medal. He was unarmed, and I'm like, he was just a party to killing his partner, a man he went through wars with. They killed him in cold. It wasn't him that killed him. I'm like, he couldn't catch the other bitch, so this dude had to die. I'm like, that's the name of the game. He's a terrorist. They killed, and what did they do right before that? They killed them, Freckle Jesus, Carly Morningthau there, Freckle Jesus, and her boyfriend killed an entire building full of people who were they had them all zip tied and bound. Those were, they worked, all they did was work at a food bank. Because they worked at a food bank, they needed to die. And now I'm supposed to feel sorry for her, and he's carrying her out in the end. Like, she's like, I was like, oh, get the hell out of here with that. That was one thing at the end of that show that killed me. Walker, I liked him. I liked Madam Hydra because I still have a thing for Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I do. I always have. But she was cool. She was funny. Walker, I was like, man, Walker got a lot of shit. Like, IGN came out and shit on him and said IGN or Collider said he was the banality of white supremacy. I'm like, wait, what? What? He was married to a black woman. His best friend is black. He did
a woman that looked like AOC. Tell me that girl didn't look like AOC, and they didn't do that on purpose. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
It's funny because John Walker looks like AOC's boyfriend.
Yep.
Really? That's funny. Yeah,
Yep.
I like John Walker, and I don't think they redeemed him. But he's redeemable, because like you said, he killed bad people. The only thing that was really wrong was basically how it looked to everybody else who had no context to anything that was going on. It looked bad, and that's why even when he's going through the trial and everything, it's like to the government, there's no way they can be mad at him. He did nothing wrong in their eyes.
Yeah, it's coming off the heels of WandaVision. I wish he got in front of that military tribunal or whatever. I wish they would have looked John Walker in the face and said, these people will never understand what you sacrificed for them.
Yes. Yes. That would have worked so much better with him than it did with Wanda after she enslaved an entire town and made them lock their children in their bedrooms and
begging for fucking death.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, it's like, and I love Scarlet Witch. I do, but it's like, damn, like, yeah, they'll never know what you say. I remember I laughed so hard when I heard, I was like, that was the reason that show was the reason I stopped reviewing the Disney Plus Marvel shows, because I'd spend 8 hours producing a video, get 20 views. I'm like, man, fuck this. I'll spend 14 hours doing a Batwoman video, get 300 views. I'm down. I'll do that. I'll melt my brain.
Shame on you, chat.
You know, and in John Walker, like, as far as, like, not really being redeemed, it looks like they're putting together some kind of, like, wayward Avengers group or something, because Yelena's going to go try to kill Hawkeye now, and she's rolling around with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, too. So I don't know if it's the Dark Avenger or Thunderbolts or what they're doing. But
Did I? Yeah. Did I miss something with that? So, from what I understand, Dreyfus is only, like, attached to Secret Agent Walker, right?
Yep.
Well, so like, I'm trying to figure out, is she trying to like build something? Is that what's happening, or is she doing her own thing with Elena?
She's got the new Captain America now. She's got the new Black Widow. Abomination is going to be in Shang-Chi, and he'll be their Hulk. But I think she's putting together like a inverted Avengers team,
like Dark Avengers.
Did you say like Thunderbolts?
That was the other thought I had, was Thunderbolts.
I have never thought of that. That's actually really cool. Who set that? Osborn set that up in the comics, yeah? I feel like
Was it Ross?
It was General Ross and
Ross
and Baron Zemo.
Okay.
See, that's when you got Zemo too.
In the original books kind of set everything up. And the funny thing is and here's the thing, is because like there's a line that Sharon Carter actually says in Falcon and Winter Soldier that is exactly what Zemo's motivations were when they started the Thunderbolts.
Really?
It was like a quote out of the comic book.
Do you feel like that's a nod to what is going to come, but not from Zemo, but from Agent Carter? Interesting.
I don't know. I'm not really for sure where that's going.
I'm not opposed to any of
It definitely
that.
has to do with Thunderbolts. It definitely does, I think.
Interesting.
I want more
think-
Zemo in the MCU.
I do too.
I like him.
He was he was like one of my favorite parts of that show. Him and Walker, and not just him in the club being like,
Yeah.
like that was
I need
hot.
more than the Zemo fist pump.
Yep.
We got to explore so much more of him than in Civil
Yeah.
War. Like,
Yeah.
You got to see his background, how he lived. Like you got to see him do some fighting. I was like, yeah, he is like he's a bad motherfucker. Like that was the thing when in that shootout in the yard where Sharon was like killing all them dudes. Like, and I liked her in Winter Soldier. This show, I was kind of like, I don't know.
she doesn't play a good villain.
Well, I think it's
No.
because, like what I was saying, they were trying to do too many things, and I feel like,
Yeah.
like she probably was going to be like on paper she was great, but like she just was overshadowed by so many other things. They were just doing too many moving parts. I feel like an Agent Carter thing that should have happened in its next season or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, then they were in Madripoor, which was like where the mutants were from.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did we get any mutants? It's like, how can you set this in Madripoor and not even tease anything?
Yeah.
You know, like that didn't make any sense. Collector Express.
I feel like Marvel is just a tease in general. Sorry, Collector
They are.
Express.
They're Marvel's a honey dick. Marvel's a honey dick. They're
Well,
a honey dick.
storytelling in general seems more of a trend now to tell instead of show.
Yep.
Like
That's
everything interesting happens off screen that you want to see, you know?
Yeah.
That's right. And that's the problem with a lot of the movies now is it's tell don't show, and it's like no we need to see we need to see what you're talking about, except for Budapest. That was something that we didn't need. That payoff to me was so fucking whack. I was like, see, right here is where ambiguity is a good thing. Ambiguity is our friend. That was not worth that. I was like, because we've been talking about that since this show started. It was like the Budapest thing. It's like that because nothing you can do will satisfy it.
Some people hated the Nick Fury's eye thing. I had no problem with it. I didn't really like what was going on with that either. With they're in Black Widow, was kind of
yeah.
Okay, devil's advocate though, because I agree with you, but that is so comic MO though. Like comics have been doing that for decades. Might as well make the movies do it too. So if like if you value ambiguity, bro, you're in the wrong theater. You should not be supporting this franchise then. Ambiguity will never exist with a comic franchise ever again. Because it never existed to begin with.
Yeah. Yep, it's always a tease to get to the next thing. Here we go. There he is. There he is.
You mean like how every single comic book, you buy that comic book off the shelf because of what's on the cover, and it's not even in that book. It's actually
not even in the
cover
book.
for the. It's actually for the next book. The cover is actually advertising what's in the next book, not
Man,
that
I
book.
hated that about All New X-Men. I hated that about All New X-Men. I was so like I want to get into X-Men comics, and they did that, and I was just like, freaking A, this has nothing to do with anything that's going on in the book.
Gotta be a pain in the ass to go back 20 years later and you're looking for a specific story or a specific issue and the fucking covers don't match the story. Like,
comic books are the first TikToks. It's analog TikTok. That's what it is.
This is the last mainstream book I got. I got the Infinity War one.
You got the. Is it the full arc?
Yeah.
Nice. I don't even buy Marvel or DC anymore.
I wanted this for Christmas because I was like, I needed to have this one. See. Yep.
It's got like all the collection of all the stories and everything. I was like, I just picked it up. I haven't read all of it yet, but it's got a shitload of stories in here.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, this is the last one I got.
Harrow County.
I only read indie stuff. I only
Okay.
read, and I'm like, I don't know why, but like, I read a lot of horror indie. Have you seen this? You have?
I haven't.
No?
I
haven't
Oh,
read it.
man.
Nah.
It's pretty good. Anyway.
I've heard it
got
was
it.
good though.
And I bought this one as well, which is George Takei's I guess coming of age story when he was imprisoned in internment camps in California
Okay.
during World War II.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Oh my.
Thank you for coming to my haul video. These are all the books that I have gotten. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually I'm currently moving right now, so like all the boxes are like everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you for
speaking
coming
of
to my
which,
TED
guys,
Talk.
I've been getting ready to do some giveaways for these comic books I got right here from this writer Frank Gogol, but apparently he's being canceled right now on Twitter, so I guess I might as well just get rid of him.
Signed and everything. You might
What
want
is he getting?
to...
What is he getting canceled for?
I don't know. Apparently
Who
he
knows
made
anymore?
Apparently he made some, I don't know, racial jokes or something. He's a racist back in 2017.
So a few years ago.
Oh Jesus, help me, Rhonda.
Not enough time for anybody to
No.
learn their lesson or anything.
Yeah.
Apparently, change is change. There, hang on. I'll go to this. This will be my last background for the night. Hang on.
Except for I'm not a freaking fan of James Gunn, bro.
Yeah,
That pedophile jokes, bro. That was kind of gross.
That is my problem with James Gunn. Is okay. So you're openly joking like that about it on Twitter, and that's a little sus, bro. That's a little sus. I don't.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, you're
that's-
endorsed by Dave Bautista. Nah, I still think you're kind of weird. You know?
Yeah.
I
let's
just don't like James Gunn just because I'm not really a James Gunn fan in the first place.
No way, dude. I cannot stand James Gunn. I hear Suicide Squad is doing really, really well right now. Good, great for them. I just don't think I'm gonna see it. I just don't.
I kind of want to, like, if the wife was like, "Hey, let's go watch this," I'd be like, I probably would, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to, like, I still want to go see
Max. I'll wait for it to come out.
Right.
Right.
Just watch it. That's we sailed the high seas and watched Space Jam. We weren't gonna pay for that ish. Nobody was paying for that. Cody, goddamn you, Pursuing Paranormal says still waiting for that Squirrel Girl show. You stop that right now.
AT&T chick, right?
That shit's coming.
If it was the AT&T chick, I'd probably watch it. This
would.
is the best name on YouTube. Brutal Morningwood must have used the wrong color crayon back in kindergarten when drawing something. Canceled. Hail,
Burnt
brutal,
sienna.
burnt sienna, burnt umber.
Look.
Brutal Morningwood joined Twitter.
This right here is at the Avengers campus at Disneyland. Believe me, Squirrel Girl, she's coming.
Okay.
Oh shit,
it's canon, dude.
She's coming. And
I hear she's in.
They have Peter Parker and everything on there.
I hear she's in like this is how you buckle your seatbelt. I hear she's in one of those videos or something. We'll find out. We'll come October. I'm going over there.
Apparently, everybody
Trinity,
got tired.
bro, come to Disneyland. Meet up.
Yeah, for sure.
Every time I go to California, I always get an itchy trigger finger on my phone, and it's just like, should I text Trinity? I know you're a few hours away from South SoCal, but I always want
just like
to.
an hour north of Los Angeles. An hour north of LA. Yeah, we're there.
No, yes.
Now I'm gonna have to fly out there.
Screw you, dude. You came all the way to Vegas. You didn't say anything.
Me?
Yeah. Oh wait,
I was
no, you
not-
didn't.
I was never in Vegas.
Wait, where did you go with all those guys like last month?
From the World Class Bullshitters guys?
Yes.
Not the name drop or all the World Class Bullshitters that I hung
All
out
of
with
them?
all weekend. We were at a wedding in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay. Why did I think it was Vegas?
No, that's next weekend. Isn't that Tony?
Yeah, it's like starts the 11th, the big
Yeah.
Friday Night Tights like Fandom Menace meetup thing.
Really?
Well, you're going to that, aren't you?
Yeah.
You asking me or are you inviting me?
No. I know Tony's going. He's
a
covering it
lot
for the
of people
channel.
are going to be there. Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, obviously Nerdrotic. It's Friday Night Tights. A lot of people. Nick from Echo Base Network, Quarter Black Garrett. A lot of people are going to be there.
That's
Sweet.
That's
That's
gonna be
only
big.
like a hop, skip, and a jump from me. That's just
I-
down the street.
On the 12th, they're going to be at, I think it's the Fandom Millennium Bar.
Yep.
But Gary has a room and everything, like a room in the bar, you know, fucking dedicated for the Fandom Menace people. And yeah,
That's cool.
come on down. August 12th.
I couldn't go. I'm not Fandom Menace anymore. I can't.
F
I can't
this
hang
guy.
out. I can't hang
This
out.
guy.
I'm not Fandom Menace anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm done with that. I'm just me. Rogue Entertainment and the Fandom Collective. Them are my people right there, man. Them are good
Cool.
people. You know, they are. They're the Rogues are great peeps, and yeah, that's it, man. I like streaming with everybody. That is the more people I can bring on, like Trinity. Man, it's been fun having you on tonight. We're gonna cut because it's 11 o'clock. But and I know everybody's got stuff. Well, it's 11 o'clock for me anyway, because I'm the only one on the East Coast on Eastern time, I think, here. So yeah. Oh, look at Tina Bojan's here. Let's see. Wait, what did she say? Oh yeah, Culture Casino's gonna be there because he's bringing his he's got his own casino chips. He's gonna
That's
pass
cool.
out. Yep.
I heard Tina Bojan's name on Odin's channel the other day.
Tina Bojan, hail to you. She is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful person and wonderful supporter of so many channels.
Yeah, I've actually seen her around a few different channels.
Mhm.
I've never said hi. How you doing, Tina? How you doing?
Yep. And Keely Chow's another one, man.
Yes, she's an
Keely's-
OG.
Keely, he's the Fandom Menace Ultron. I always do. Here you go, man. You get it, Keely. There are no strings on me. There you go. You got your song out of me for the night. Superfan, yeah. I'll see you. I'll see Superfan. Actually, I'll see you next weekend at Grand Rapids Comic Con. I'll be down there with Phoenix Animation and some of the other guys.
Grand Rackets.
Grand Rackets. Grand Ricketts. Did I say Grand Rackets? Grand Rackets? Rapids. Grand Rapids. I will be in Grand Rapids for the
Hey,
convention.
if you ever run into a fellow YouTuber by the name of Comic Man Jake over there, that's an OG of me and Trinity right there.
Okay.
He lives in Grand Rapids. He's going to that. I
if
still
run into him-
talk to him. I still talk to him all the time, Trinity.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Hopefully he's doing well.
He's doing really well. He actually does videos for his job.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Rookie Critic, what's up, bro? Hail to you, sir. Hail to Rookie Critic. I gotta get him and Angus back on soon too. But yeah,
you don't want to have Angus back on this, dude. Like, no, you don't want that guy.
I know Angus from your channel, from all of your streams, Trinity.
Angus is great, man. He cracks me up, man.
Yep. Oh shit! Look, Rookie Critic. Wait, where did he say? Here it is. The bald assimilation begins. It's Frankie knows. Frankie, I watched your video that you did the other day on that Twitter video. It was fucking hilarious, man. That was funny, dude. But yeah, we should probably bounce. Yeah, Grand Rapids Comic Con next weekend. I'll be down there I'll shoot some footage with Phoenix Animation and Superfan, and then I'll be walking around the con with the fucking People's Medallion on. I'll be walking around with the People's Medallion on down there, repping the fucking channel, and I wear it. Wait, where's it at? It'll be a little hot, but I'll wear it. I'm gonna do this too. I'll wear my Russian hat. Welcome. Hello, I'm Comrade Wokuyan from Place to Be Reviews. Would you mind giving me your wallet because your money is now our money, comrade? Thank you. Hand it over. And that's how I'll get over. But no, seriously, I'll be down there, and then I'll be at Horror Hound in September. I think I can't remember the dates offhand, but I'll be there on Saturday down in Cincinnati for that. There's gonna be a lot. Nick from Echo Base is coming up for that. The WCBS crew will be there. Super fan. I'm trying to get Draven to come down from Pennsylvania for that one. Yeah, we're trying to get a squad over there. It's gonna be a big gathering for that one too. And I'm spending my wedding anniversary there for the weekend. So yeah, the wife was like, "What are we doing?" We're going to a comic convention, or horror movie convention for our anniversary. She's like, "Cool." I'm hoping, honestly, I want to go to the zoo too. Cincinnati's got a nice zoo. I haven't been there in a while, but last time I was there, it was a pretty cool zoo. So, and that was where Harambe was from. Dicks out for Harambe. But yeah, that's where Harambe was from, Cincy. But yeah, we're gonna end on that. Let me pitch it over to my co-host Tony Tone Deaf. Let him shill his wares.
I've never been to Cincinnati, and that's a marketing point to come subscribe to the Clown World Review. Now, be warned, I hate most people. And I mean, that's it. Come subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you as always, Tony. I appreciate you, brother. Blurb, I'm going to throw it over to you next, my man.
Thanks for coming out, guys. I ain't got nothing for you. I'm super slammed right now, as you can see, moving everything down into the now finished basement that we hopefully get finished this weekend so that we can get the studio up and running and get back to way things used to be. So
hell yeah.
I can't promise everything, but I can say that I miss being on YouTube, and I feel like ETEP and Tony, you guys have kept me sane a little bit. And I of course listen to Trinity almost every morning at work, and I pop in every now and then, but definitely listen to Trinity. So I'll plug Trinity right now. Check out his morning show. And I know, ETEP, you got a morning show now too, huh? You've been doing that for a minute.
Yep. We got episode 23 or 4 tomorrow, I think.
Hey, you got a few up there.
Yep. We got that.
Yeah, and freaking, I just love being here. So thank you guys.
Dude, thank you for coming on, brother. It's always great to have you on. It was nice having you and Trinity on at the same time because you guys go back like 4 flats on a Cadillac.
Oh,
so,
dude. Trinity's an OG to the Blurb. OG. I owe a lot to that guy.
Yeah.
Don't tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that.
And speaking of Trinity, there he is, man. 2nd Street Marvel. Thank you for coming on, brother. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed being a guest here this evening, and we get you back on sometime.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on. And if you guys ever get bored and want to hear me flap my gums, I usually do a morning show, or you could even stop by on Friday nights for the Trailer Park Live, where chances are the crowd and chat is being a bunch of instigators and getting me to say a bunch of shit.
Myrtle? Myrtle? No?
I like it.
Yes,
sometimes Myrtle?
Oh, yes, and sometimes Myrtle. You should go check out Myrtle's reaction to the Venom trailer.
Yes.
It's very good.
What did you think of the Venom trailer?
It looked okay.
Nah.
It'll be exciting.
Go talk to Myrtle
Should be
about
better
it.
than the first one. Yeah. Go check out Myrtle's reaction.
What's the channel? Throw me a link to the channel. I'll watch it right after.
It's just on my channel at the 2nd Street.
It's on yours. Okay.
His alter ego.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's okay. So it's a gimmick.
Is my co-host. He's my co-host.
Okay. All right. So it's a gimmick. I like it. I can dig it. All right. Well, thank you, man, for coming on, Trinity. I appreciate it. Ryan, thank you. Absolutely, man. Anytime. I do. I love having new people on, and yeah, man. It's like Blurb. We would never have met had it not been for our late friend Adam, who just passed away. A month ago now. And we're actually good that I have you live here before I sign off. We're still gonna do a watch party for him. I had to bump it back because I had company last weekend and I was way too drunk and my boy's belligerent, and I'm like,
I figured as much.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't do a watch party tonight. I'd fall.
Let's
out
be
of my
honest.
damn chair.
Adam would have wanted it that way, though.
Trust me, I'll sit here and get blitzed when we do it. I just won't fall asleep on. Last on his, when I fell asleep and we're watching Alita, I turned my camera off at least. So, but no, we'll do a watch party. Me and you are gonna get together and we're gonna toss around some movie ideas, and I'm gonna pitch them over to Phoenix West too, because him and Adam are really close. They did the Loitering in Wonderland podcast together, so we'll collaborate on that and pick out some movies. So I guess it's my turn to shill my wares and sign off of this thing. Hi, I'm Etep Okuian of Etep Okuian's Place to Be Reviews. I'm right here with all of you, even the Orthodox Jews. L'chaim, my people. I will be doing the morning show tomorrow from 9:30 a.m. until around 10:30, 11. Depends on if I have my lovely Irish co-host, Vassie, on with me. I have to message her actually as soon as the show's over and find out. She might be joining me in the morning. And Coach Loudy is married now, so his balls are probably being squeezed very tightly, and I don't know if he'll be able to appear. tomorrow either. But if it's not, it's just me. Hey, look, I can carry a stream. I do it. I love doing the solo streams like that in the morning. It's kind of fun to just sit there and just be able to straight up just interact with the chat. And that's one thing that I've always enjoyed about doing the solo morning streams. Kind of why I started doing it again. That, and I just had an extra day to stream, and I wanted some watch hours. So, and it's enjoyable. And tonight's been great. Superfan Adam Shawhan, Keely Chow, Manliness and Motivation, Frankie Knows, Brutal Morningwood, who joined Twitter just to help support us as creators. Thank you very much, man. We appreciate you, bro. Rookie Critic. We got, like I said, I'm going to DM you. We'll collab again. Angelus Draven was here. Tina Bojan, thank you, miss. We appreciate you so much. Pursuing Paranormal, Glinzer, Nano Reaper, Collector Express. What was it? I saw a new name up here. Clone Geek was here. Thank you, guys. Make sure you're still subscribed. If you're not, and let today be the day I earned that push of the button. Get us closer to 800. We're at about 760 right now. I'm Trump tight on the watch hours. I'm at 8,000. So we're good there. Need the subs though. Let's go, peeps. Share them links on Twitter. But yeah, thank you all for joining us this evening. I'm Etepa Queen of the Place to Be Reviews. I have been here with all of yous. If I don't see you, have a great day. A pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it is always better to burn out than fade away. Star-Lord, you toxic white male son of a bitch. Take him home.
Boom! Penis, penis, penis.
Why the hell didn't you let me talk the whole damn show? Kept me in the back.